Guess it's not about 3 p.m. Central Time. Yeah. Do 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 do. Phenomena. Do 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 do.
Phenomena. Do 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 do.
Phenomena. Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Okay. Ooh. There. Shut that door there. We need to do the
We do need to do the peerless.
It always looks like it's just a little more open than it should be. You know what I mean? It's like it's got a little nipple. Addison gave me a sip of this very old Bourbon that came home yesterday. It was like completely lost. I could not identify it. I'm not crazy, huh? Me with my obviously superior whiskey. Yeah, I saw you have a little bit of that.
Huh?
What, you crack that Russell 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I had a little nip of that Russell 10. Well, then this one's the 6. The 10's in one.
Well, how was your hunting this morning? How'd it go down at Park Hill?
Park Hill was fun. I got to talk with, I think his name's Craig, homeboy that I've been chatting with when I go up there. I told you I've been talking with him. He gave me the recommendation for the smokehouse. He grabbed that Stag Junior, one of the 3 I saw they had.
Lucky duckies.
Yeah, kind of upset. If I was 2 people in line sooner,
You
the
think you
route that I would have taken, I'd have grabbed a Stag. I absolutely would have grabbed a Stag.
Did you go left or did you go?
I went right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I went right. Yeah, because with where I was in line,
it just made more sense.
everyone immediately was going left. So I went right, and with the smaller group of people, there was like maybe 2 or 3 people in front of me. But if I was in front of them, I would have been a part of the first group heading to the right, and I'd have been able to grab that. Either that, or there was another C293 barrel proof Elijah Craig sitting in that same area.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But so because I didn't grab any of that, I wandered around the store for like 30 minutes, and I was judging on Stranahans or Russells. I told myself I was either going to grab a single barrel Russells or the Stranahans original.
I can't wait till we can get a little more assembly on our Stranahans and we do the proper lineup and send them on over to the team.
Well,
Sorry
that
about
was
the audio on this one, guys.
Sorry, that one's got me. But I'd say they had the sherry cask thing that I was telling you about. They had lines of it, so I was really thinking about that. But that was like $75. And I passed on the Stranahans. Instead, I went with this guy, the 6-year Russell Reserve, and I picked up a bottle of Buffalo Trace that they had sitting over there. Now I've got a good little lineup of Buffalo Trace bottles, just an original, the one that I picked up today, and then my 2 single barrel selects that I've got sitting on. So now if I want to, I can just do a nice little lineup tasting, see how original Buffalo Trace should taste, and then go for the 2 barrel selects and see how they differ, you know? What the fuck are you doing though?
We're gonna do international poor man's pappy. We're gonna try that cask strength French oak with the Larceny barrel proof in a 1-to-1 mix. All right. This is just the tools we had on hand to suffice.
It has measuring lines on it though, so you know that there is some measuring going on with it.
Some,
not a lot, but some.
It's scientific, right?
Yep.
So where's my little flask funnel?
Up there.
Oh, there
Yep.
it is. Thanks.
Put them next to the king, the 175.
What are we doing here, friend? The excess. I poured out into the shot glass because I couldn't reach my needle again.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that.
Can I get a little bit of that, man?
Yeah. Do what you want with it.
Sick. Sick.
Just a little teaser for the live stream. I don't like it. I really don't. I've been sitting on them for a couple of weeks now. I've had a couple of pours of them, and every time I come back to them, I'm just a little bit more disappointed.
It does make me sad to hear.
Yeah. If they were all out of the original, they still had some of these guys at Park Hill today, but they were all out of the original Maker's Mark cast strength, and that made me feel like I kicked myself in the shins. I should have grabbed one of them instead of the French oak.
I've been looking for one of those as well, obviously to try the poor man's pappy, because we can't even get our hands on a Weller 12 year to get poor man's pappy. That's like middle class man's pappy, you know what I mean?
Upper middle class man's pappy. Just a little above. Perfect. That's the one thing about Maker's Mark that upsets me too. None of them are pork. Maybe
Yeah.
some of the nicer ones, but the ones that we can actually find in store here,
All screw tops.
all screw tops.
What's that? All right. My palate's primed.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Which one do you want to hit first? You
Ooh.
also need to do a little wipe out.
Yeah, I do. After that. Remember that show?
I do. I do remember that show. Are you talking about that show, The One Piece?
Oh, I should say like that.
I've been watching One Piece, so.
Oh, I can't be laughing that loud. I start clipping. I'm gonna take it down a notch.
You start clipping?
Yeah, just a hair.
What do you mean by clipping?
Oh, I clipped the sound. Because we haven't quite balanced for our mics in a new spot yet, so let us know if the audio's a little wonky.
Yeah, I see someone hit something in the chat.
Yeah, looks like we got Gav.
Is it Gav?
Cheers.
Hi, buddy. The real question is, you tried your poor man's pappy. I'm not going to ask for a number on it because we'll do something about it eventually, actual.
Why didn't try it?
What do you...
It's got to breathe for a minute. We got to let it mix up. We got to let it mingle.
You put them in here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So that way you and I can come back and we can split that up in a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
So I think this week we're gonna do
the ones Dylan brought.
Dill's picks.
Oh, that is Gavin. I can see his name there.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Gavin. We do.
Well,
this is all mainly Josh's collection here right now.
Yeah, that's right.
And these two are the bottles that I brought from my house. But
It's steadily grown.
yes, you can't. I don't think you can see. I mean, you can see the bottles here, but there's more bottles on a shitload.
Oh yeah, there's
down
like
here.
the real just kind of blow and go stuff
Yeah.
down here. This one, we've been shopping so many times at liquor stores. At some point, certain bottles just make their way into the bag that you don't even pay for.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro,
And it's like, what am I gonna do?
I'm not
with
this
the
guy.
Platinum 7?
I'm not a Platinum 7X guy. No.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
But which one do you want to go for first?
Well, then we got the Peerless and we got the Uncle Nearest that I picked up from Mr. Dell. Mr. Dell here in the Oklahoma bourbon community. He sent these our way, so we're going to give him a little review and shoot those videos off to him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially since he just gave it to us. I'm very happy about that. I think what we should do,
Well, if
in
you
my expectations of things, in
Yeah.
the order of processes, I think we should do Peerless, and then we come over and do the Russells. No, I'm sorry, the French Oak.
Mhm.
And then we do the Russells, and then we come over and do that guy.
Why is that? Just, are you doing them in order of how you think you're going to like them?
No, I'm doing good, bad, and how I think I will feel about them. Good, bad, good, bad.
Well, you see my new editing skills, getting that new Premiere stuff in there, getting the little nameplates on there. Now we have scoreboards, so we're gonna have to really make sure that we nose, taste, price, final right there at the end.
Okay.
Sorry to anybody look at my hand throughout these videos. I was out picking black walnuts, and a little bit of the juice went through the gloves. Now I'm kind of like dyed.
I don't like the word juice when we're talking about walnuts.
You don't like walnut juice? You
No.
never wake up to a nice cold glass of walnut juice?
No, I can't say that I have. But do you want to go ahead and pour up the Peerless?
Yeah.
Get it ready.
We can do that. We'll go ahead and get the frame started for that video. Everybody?
It's kind of fucked that. Oh, there it is. I was like, it's kind of fucked that there's only a mark on the outside of this cut, not on the inside.
Just remember, if you're on our live stream, this is our weekly video filmings. If you're watching them live, you're gonna see them the week before everything gets uploaded, and then we post that to our main channel right at the end of the week for the unedited live stream version.
Yep.
Where you get to see all of our thoughts now, our thoughts in between, what's going on.
I have high expectations about Peerless.
I need to get high expectations about it.
Well, Gavin, if you're here too, how do you feel about the hair?
How do
I
you
just
feel
got
about the hair?
Just got it done yesterday. Got it permed to make fun of Dave.
Yeah, show it off to the subscribers, show it off to the viewers. Look at that. That's what we would have looked like if we went to high school 3 years later.
3 years
Can you
later.
believe that? 3 whole years. That's all it would have taken.
This is all we would have had as a group of friends.
Yep. A hair and a dream.
That's all I've had since high school is hair and a dream.
I need to grab one more thing, and then we'll be good.
Go grab one more thing. I'm here. Thank you. I appreciate it. I sat in the salon chair for about, it wasn't long. It was like an hour. I was expecting to be there for like 3 hours, the way everyone talks about perms. But yeah, I sat there. I did it. It's fun. I kind of like it now, though.
Shoot.
I did it as a joke to David, but now I kind of like it. I can see myself going back up.
So take a look at this. Elijah Craig, black walnut, old-fashioned syrup. All you do is add it directly to the whiskey. It's already mixed up.
All we don't have is ice. That doesn't necessarily need ice,
Yeah,
but
say, we
it
could-
traditionally comes
Whoa.
with it in an old fashioned.
Can absolutely solve that. 1 second.
Ooh, solve it, crazy. But yeah, I really like it now. I think it might just be the thing. I'll have to send you the picture too. Honestly, Josh is in there. I can do that right now. I recreated a picture of David back from the 80s when he had his perm to make fun of him a good little bit. That one. And that one. Alright, if you're still here, you can see those. But I'm excited about this. I really liked my Russell's 10-year, so I picked up the 6-year. Thought about a single barrel. I didn't feel like spending $70 on a single bottle this week. It just wasn't in the cards. So I went 30 for him. I got that Buffalo Trace for like 25. And it was a good time. I'm glad I went. I should have gone to Park Hill South. I was standing in line at Warehouse, and I pulled up my Facebook just to see what the stores were posted, and South had posted their list of where their drop that they were doing for today. They had some nice stuff. They had some E.H. Taylors, they had some Blantons, they had Stag Junior. There was one that I really wanted. I thought about going up there just to see if they still had it. They had 3 bottles of this stuff called Parker's Rye, and I really want that bottle just so I can say that I have a bottle with my name on it. That's it. I'm not a big fan of ryes, but I want that bottle. And since you're here, we can go over our kings. Of course, beautiful man, beautiful man, beautiful man. All of these guys, I love them. They're beautiful.
Oh man, you started showing some of the fun stuff out of the
The
collection.
worst bottle that we've got.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Right there, undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly, this guy.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Ancient Age Preferred is some of the most offensive juice and hooch that I've put my lips on, and it's just outright. I mean, it's offensive. I'm not if I pick up a bottle of Ancient Age and you come over to my house, I'm like, oh, you gotta try this. This is the good stuff. I want you to be drinking this one tonight. I don't like you. I don't. I really don't, and I want you to suffer drinking this guy.
It smells like boy butt on set.
It smells like boy butt on set, is what
Yeah, it smells like boy butt.
Yeah, man, hooch. What do you know about hooch? Josh's got the hoochie daddy pants on today.
I'm always wearing my hoochie daddy pants.
Gotta have the hoochie daddy pants.
Hoochie daddy pants.
Yep.
All right.
Ooh, this stuff too, yeah. Just real quick before we get into the Peerless, this shit's really
What?
good. Old Elk double weeded.
What's up? Why is there a Persimmons sticker in my whiskey?
The fuck is a persimmon sticker? Oh my god, it is inside too.
Yeah.
LOL. Sucks to suck, I guess.
Are you putting persimmons in my whiskey?
I don't even know what persimmons is.
I thought we were filming the Peerless review. Is this a prank video?
What is this? What's persimmons?
What's a persimmon?
It's a fruit sticker.
It's like an apricot. No, it's kind of more like a.
Homie, that's all of you. You got this stuck on you at Winco, and you accidentally put it in your glass.
Conspiracy! What conspiracy?
I don't even know what a persimmon is, so to put that on my name is ridiculous.
I think that's something that somebody that put a persimmon sticker in my cup would say to throw me off the train.
All right.
But you don't even know what one is.
I've never heard the
Have you had a persimmon? Let us know in the chat.
I'd like to know if Gavin's had a persimmon.
Oh. All right.
You ready?
Sorry for the audio at home.
Discount Bourbon Review!
All right, guys, what's going on? Another beautiful week, and we're here with the Kentucky Peerless Distilling Co. Their Peerless single barrel product, the Beady-Eyed Ball Boy batch from Park Hill here in Tulsa. Now, this was a fan-submitted bottle. Mr. Dell from the Oklahoma Chats. He was kind enough to drop off this bottle and drop off this Uncle Nearest bottle for our review. Said they weren't too much to his liking and wanted to know what we think about it. And
I'm excited to figure out how I feel about them, especially being fan-submitted bottles. Of course, we greatly appreciate it. We always want to try new and different things that we haven't gotten our hands on. We greatly appreciate it, my man. And I would love to turn something your way as a show of appreciation, if you know what I mean. But this Peerless specifically, I know you tried the double oak over at the Bourbon on the Banks. Yep. And so I know that you've got some feelings on it. I've tried this guy already. I took a little sip, so I know what to expect. But I've got very high expectations for him.
Exactly that. I met the Peerless Distilling Company. It's been kind of out of our range. I do believe this can be a $60 to a $70 bottle wherever you're going to find them. So it's put him right out of discount bourbon review territory range. Now, we're not obliged to do the fancy pants dance because we did not pay that much for it.
It was free.
It was free.
That puts it in the discount.
It's $0.
$0.
Discount is a zero.
We're talking 100% discount, some might say.
But at the Bourbon on the Banks festival I went to, they were present, and each distillery that showed up had to have at least 3 options available. So they had their Peerless Bourbon, their Peerless Rye, their Peerless Double Oaked Bourbon, and their Double Oaked Rye. Now, this Double Oak one that they do, they take this stuff, 4 years coming out of the barrel, what would just be Peerless, right?
10%.
And then they put it back into a new barrel and let it go a second time. I tell you, out of all the tents, I came back to that one a good couple times. So when Mr. Dell hit us up saying he's got a Peerless that he didn't like, I was like, man, you're crazy. Pass it on over.
Got to figure out why you don't like it.
Yeah.
Yep. But the smell's fantastic. I love them. You get a little bit of that fruity note off of them, just a little bit.
Yeah, there's some stone fruit there for sure.
A little bit, yeah. I get a little bit of allspice.
He's kind of got a dryness to it. So
he really does.
The dry kind of stone fruit kind of puts me in almost apricot territory.
I can see that.
He's not too spicy.
He's not very spicy. There, you can tell the allspice. A little bit of black pepper, even almost. And
we're at a 110 proof.
Yep. Almost 111. 110.9.
Corn, rye, and barley. No wheat to this process. A strictly sweet mash.
No wheat whatsoever.
So I think by that they're saying they don't sour the mash. I don't think they let it do that extra fermentation in those late stages. I think they get that alcohol from those yeasts and then they move on with it.
Okay. I see where he's coming from.
What a rich expression as it goes down. There's just a lot of that oak right there in the beginning. Yeah. Very quick onto the palate. Short, sharp, hits you with that intense oak expression. And then he finishes into a real smooth and sweet sip.
I get a lot of citrus as he kind of develops into that later half of the palate.
That mid palate, that end palate.
Yeah. He starts sweetening up, but just a little tiny kick of sour. Not like you're sucking on a lemon, right? But like you smelled the lemon from across the room. Yeah, give it a sniff over there. Yeah.
There's a certain rindiness, a certain pithiness.
Yeah.
That's there.
I don't think I should finish him yet because we've got other things that we want to do with him.
We do have some other things we want to do.
Now we're changing things up this week.
Trying to change things up a little bit.
A little sacrilegious. I know. I'm aware. But this week we're going up with the 7-Up Zero Sugar.
That's right. Times are extra hard at Discount Bourbon Reviews.
It's a little
there's those deals. You gotta make it work.
You gotta make it work.
But we're also introducing something new to you guys this week. We're gonna do a straight whiskey mix-up. Because for a while now we've been saying, mixing it with a soda is great. That's what a lot of people are gonna do on just a quick weekend. You're coming in, you're gonna mix it with your Dr. Pepper, you're gonna mix it with your Sprite, something quick and easy.
Absolutely.
So we always want to do just one soda, so you have a pretty even comparison. But we keep remissing that we're not doing more intense whiskey type drinks. We got
like a real good whiskey cocktail, an old fashioned, something really to express and bring out those flavors of the whiskey a little bit more rather than add to like a soda.
Exactly that. So when we were out shopping one day, we saw this Elijah Craig black walnut syrup. Now it caught our eye then, so we're gonna try it out now and see if it really brings some expressions here. Let us give you guys better notes. But
which one do you want to start with? Do you want to start with the soda? Oh, I'm so sorry. I had a hiccup there. Do you want to start with the soda, or do you want to start with the old fashioned?
We'll go with the soda.
The soda? Okay. I'm here for it.
The soda.
I'm here for it. I'm a little nervous about it. Not only are we switching it up from Sprite to 7-Up, I haven't had 7-Up in years.
You haven't had 7-Up in years now.
Years. I've always been a Sprite.
Really?
7-Up in my household was only ever purchased if someone was sick. And why we would go from Sprite to 7-Up when someone was sick, I don't know. That's what we did.
Medical grade.
Yeah, no, that's what we did. It actually is. If we had a little bit of an upset tummy, Mom or Dad would go to the grocery store, get some 7-Up, some saltine crackers. We had Sprite at the house already.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna tell you, he opens up some more of those kind of licorice notes,
really
more
does.
floral notes. There's a lot of vibrancy here.
I really like that smell with the 7-Up in there.
Mm-hmm.
I could sip that for a while. That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. I'm all about that. There's a little bit of this caramel note that he brings in on the 7-Up. He's subtle. He doesn't overtake the 7-Up really at all.
No, they work in complementary ways.
Almost in tandem with one another. They very much complement one another, and that's very good. I really like that. I'm very curious what this old fashioned might look like and might treat us like.
Let's just see what their recommendation is.
Now I'm curious. I've had old fashions before. No, hold on. Let me correct that.
They want 2 to a half. So
2 to a half.
2 to a half.
2 ounces to a half.
That's right.
So how about
1 to a quarter?
Yeah.
Discount math time.
Oh, what was that?
Hey, we had a little somebody stop by.
Oh, it was Gavin. He's following. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. That means the world.
Ooh, get a smell on that. Get a
Just
whiffer.
the straight syrup.
Or, yeah, you can probably smell it better.
Ooh. I don't know how I feel about him.
He's got a Dr. Peppery note.
He kind of does. Like a real flat Dr. Pepper. You cracked that can like 3 weeks ago and he's just been sitting on your desk. A little moldy, I would say even. I don't know how I feel about that.
Musky.
Musky's a good word.
Yeah. All right. First time we're doing a more serious whiskey cocktail for you guys. Let's give it a sniff.
You get a little bit of that black walnut.
You do. It's a lot sweeter of an expression, and you lose on some of those more intricate notes of the whiskey watering it down like this.
You do.
It kind of makes the ethanol a little bit more apparent too.
It really does, actually. Singeing the nose hairs just a little bit.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
Is there alcohol in it? No way, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think it's just a syrup.
Ingredients: sugar, water, lemon juice, and natural flavors. That's it.
No.
Oh, that's
Divine.
Amazing, actually. Oh my goodness, that is really good.
Yeah, it's good.
Where'd you get that bottle?
I just whipped up to PWH.
Oh, well, I'm gonna whip up to PWH. That's really good.
That's good.
Oh, that's just fantastic.
I don't think you want to sip your whiskey that way every time. It's a rich expression, but it's delicious.
I'll tell you what, starting your night like that, you're never gonna have a bad time.
No.
That's fantastic. That is just divine. Especially if you follow the recipe, you do that 2 to a half. You start your night off pretty well, I'll tell you what.
That's right.
That's good.
Yeah.
How you feel on that nose, though? Original nose.
All the different noses we've had across our different drinks and everything like that, I think he's had a really good, complex nose. A lot of those oak characteristics, and he just really delivered through. I think that the nose was very representative of the taste, and it kept me wanting to come back for more. So I have to give him some pretty high points there. What'd you think on it?
The nose I thought was exceptional, and the way he evolved between the different mix-ups was very interesting, where he kind of doled out with the 7-Up, but we put the syrup in there, and it really brought out that black walnut, and it helped kind of strengthen those more floral, sweet notes out of the actual whiskey itself.
Exactly that. So I think whether he was straight, whether he was mixed up, I think the name might be a little representative. I think they might be a peerless brand. It's some pretty good stuff I've been seeing come out of there.
That's very good. Nose, I'm gonna stick him at a 7.5. I mean, he's up there. He's well above average.
But now I will say he's definitely got some spicier components when it comes to that flavor. He's very short, he's very sharp, and he's very oak forward. And if that's just not something that you're looking for in a whiskey, I think that's probably where Mr. Dell stood.
Maybe. I mean,
if
you're not about those kind of oak forward characteristics, I mean, I can't necessarily say I'd recommend it for you. I'd probably point you in a little bit more of a different direction, but even then, I mean, especially if you're not just a straight drinker, which, as we know, most people
will tend to go to a drink first.
Yeah. And so, I really liked that flavor. So for me personally, I can understand where someone else might want, but for me personally, I mean, that's an 8, easy. I want him on my bar, no questions asked. I want him.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if
we're
gonna
go pot right here, as long as we don't obscure. He's got a spot on my shelf permanently, and if I can find that double oak, I'm gonna have to do a fancy pants dance for you all. I'm picking them up.
We'll do a fancy pants dance just for that.
But I think that hints at price a little bit. I think he is just a little there past it for me. I mean, even just a straight peerless. This is a single barrel peerless as well, so this would be getting on probably a little more, maybe 80, 90.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
The ones the regular peerless I was looking at PHW earlier today, WS, they were about 60, 70 just for the regular. The regular peerless and the rye, they were around that mark. So I imagine a single barrel is going to be at least a little more.
But man, with as spicy and as intense of an expression as this, the rye gets me a little nervous. Just thinking about that.
I might be turning a little bit more towards rye. We don't know just yet. We got to put more rye on the palate, but we might be turning a little tiny bit. We don't know until we try. I know. I'm sorry. It's sacrilegious.
You're leaving me in the
wheat field? I wouldn't say that. I'm not leaving you in the wheat field.
That's right. No. It's okay.
I got more hours. Well,
it's okay.
It's okay. But for price, thinking if, generally around that 80, 90, let's say, because it is that single barrel. I mean, that's definitely not bringing down for me. You know what I mean? That makes them harder for me to want to pick up in the store.
A price weighted anchor for sure. I mean, it's a beautiful bottle. It's a beautiful whiskey. You're right. I just wish it could be a little bit cheaper.
I would love to say 9 or 10 because we got them for free, but that's not the case that everyone else is going to have. You know what I mean? So for me, I'd say, I mean, for a bottle of single barrel whiskey, being as good as he is, I'm going to say 5 average on price.
5 average on price. I'd say he's, in that price category of whiskeys up there.
Yeah.
You should always expect that whiskey that you're going to sip to be smooth, relatively.
there's some exceptions.
There shouldn't be any aggressive flavors. It shouldn't quite punch you in the face with that nasty ethanol flavors.
Yep.
So I think at its price point, you're right. I think it's an average entrance at its price point. I still think taste-wise, it's a superior whiskey.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I think I'll give him a 7 on taste, and I'll give him a 5 on price right there with you. I think the nose is pretty good too.
The nose is really good, honestly. The nose keeps me wanting to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he necessarily has that X factor that we like to always talk about here on the Discount Bourbon Reviews, but it's still a very good nose, and it keeps me wanting to come back just to try and figure it out. So it's very good. Overall, I'm going to give him a 6 or 7. 7. Easy 7.
I think I'm going to give him a solid 7 as well, because he's just an above average. You know, 5 is average, 7 here is above average.
Yeah.
This is something notable, something to write home about. Is this an 8? Go to your nearest liquor store, pick this up right now, and start considering to put it on your shelf.
I don't know about that one. I think if you see it, you're out and about, and you're having some trouble trying to figure out what you want this week, he definitely needs to be on your list of what you're considering. He's going to
At
be
some point, you're going to have to pick him up.
Oh, yeah.
But all that in mind, I think there's only one thing left, and that's to make sure you drink responsibly.
Beautiful. Get rid of that guy.
Well, I know we
for a minute.
Piddled around for a minute, but that was 19.
Oh, it was, if we piddled around, which I'm not saying if, I know we did piddle around, so it's probably closer to, I'd say 12 or 15.
Hey, anybody in the chat, let us know how that audio sounded.
And Gavin, if you're still here, please let us know. We moved some things around, trying some new things out. So I want to know how it sounds.
Oh.
What's up?
When we set it back sideways,
Uh-huh.
it like the label's like way off center.
Oh, is
Could've
it?
been like,
Oh. Oof. It'll be okay.
honest name. It's town. Bourbon. Review. Hey, did you get those emails with Baker's drinks?
Yes, it is. I did indeed see those emails.
The audio is better than earlier once I turned it down a little bit. Do you think it could improve with a little bit more gain reduction? Are you hearing any static? Any fans?
Static and fans is what I'm a little
He's
concerned
clipping out
about.
on the high end. That's really what I'm worried about too. When we're laughing or giggling, or we busting your speakers up.
No fans. Good. I love it. I don't know if Gavin will be able to tell on the clipping because we have that noise gate set up where it only lets us hit so high. You know what I mean?
No, exactly that. But it's good to have a double confirmation that everything is working appropriately. Album title. This see, this is technically, this is like one of the hardest parts of filming. Let me get on my YouTuber high horse here for a second. It's always remembering to do all the metadata tags after you've had your first drink. This is like video number 52. I love how we almost have exactly as many subscribers as we do videos.
Yeah.
So if we just keep up with this formula, it's just mathematics at a certain point.
It'll work out.
Genre comedy. Comments. Your mother.
Ooh, got him.
I can't wait till somebody's listening to this in their car one day and that metadata comes up on their like car and it just says your mother.
Your mother.
That'll be a deep cut. That's a deep cut for those real DVR fans. Alright, exported on the audio. Reset shot.
So here, move in here. He's got a little bit more of a square on. He's easier to make sure he's facing right at that camera right there.
Oh. Did you send away?
Yeah, I just threw it away. You know I keep that motherfucking thing on me.
Oh, strap.
You know what I mean? All right, Mr. Frencho, you little shit.
Right. Camera's back in place. Oops. Well, we definitely did that last one in 8K, so that's
Happens.
Yeah, and I kind of didn't like how wide the frame was in that next one. It had the light in it as well. Cool.
Cool.
All right, ready to launch this one off. Boom. 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 See, I feel like in between, that's when we like start checking comments. That's when we're like, what's up, people? How's it going? Thanks, Big Daddy number
This is
34.
Overexposed from right side. That's that side.
Yeah,
How about that?
It's not gonna help too much. It's that HD camera that he's got going on over there.
Yeah.
But the shot looks fine because the light from there's not even in it. Oh, it's just anyway.
You ready?
Again, sorry for everybody's ears. Prepare.
Discount Bourbon Review! Today we're here with some Maker's Mark French Oak. I've been very excited to get my hands on a bottle of this for a very long time. I've been seeing everyone talk about Maker's Mark. It's the weeded bourbon to go get your hands on. I know even my mom and dad got a bottle of single barrel.
I mean, it's
they're not even really whiskey drinkers. And so to be able to go around and try and get my hands on it, I was very happy. And the fact that I got the French Oak in cask strength, I was very, very excited about. And so I'm very happy. You can see that we've already cracked into them and got them started. Maker's Mark French Oak is a wonderful expression of Maker's Mark. It's a finished bourbon form.
No, I mean, Maker's Mark is something I haven't had too crazy much of. It's one of the more common whiskeys out there.
Oh, it is.
You think about it.
Absolutely
You think about the fraternity of whiskeys out there: Jack, James, Jim, Mark, Turkey Tom, whatever you want to say about it.
Yep.
He's right up there in it.
Oh yeah.
Pretty available.
Pretty available. The regular Maker's Mark you go find pretty available. These cask strengths are a little hard to find. He is finished. Mm-hmm. We all know how we here feel about a finished whiskey.
I have an opinion about a finished whiskey that sometimes there's something that you're trying to hide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're maybe not quite as confident in your product as you should be. I think a good single barrel, straight from the cask strength product. Let them water it down to 90 if they like. But that's how you give good whiskey.
Yep. Now that's the interesting thing about the cask strength that I found very interesting specifically. It even says on the side of the bottle here. Let me see where it is. Bill himself, of course, number 46 is Bill's recipe. Mm-hmm. And so Bill himself, who came up with the French Oak, did all the testing and did all that and doing the French Oak stay finish. He says that the best number 46, in his opinion, is 96 proof.
Really?
Yeah.
So he says you should water it down a little bit, get it down to that 45.
Yeah. Or just buy, I mean, the regular French Oak you can go buy in store that you can go find bottles of, that's all going to be 96 proof. So that's what he says.
He said that's the way better than even getting the cask strength.
He said his workers were the ones that convinced him to release a cask strength because it brings out more chocolate and almond notes in it than just the regular 46 was. And it took a little bit of convincing, but eventually he turned around. He released it, and they sell it out and about now. And I was very happy to get my hands on it.
How much you pay for a guy like that?
Guy like this, I spent, oh gosh, it was a couple of weeks ago at this point, but it was about $50.
About 50? We'll say it's 50. We'll say you picked it up for 50, so we don't have to do the dance.
Yeah. But
we all know how much you guys like the fancy pants dance.
Yeah. We're not doing them for the friendship. Not today.
No.
But he's definitely. How do you feel about the nose?
He's got a complex nose to it. Honestly, when we first started smelling,
very interesting characteristics.
When we first started sniffing, I was worried that we had some carryover from the last cup that we hadn't quite gotten cleaned out because there was a lot of that sweet and kind of almost walnutty note to it. But as I really opened my palate back up and you gave some suggestives of those kind of dark fruits and chocolates, I was really able to take a lot of those expressions.
Yeah.
You know, I was able to start running with them, and I was able to start kind of identifying those similar characteristics. And I almost kind of arrived at like a chocolate covered cranberry in a way.
Okay, I can see that. I like that a lot.
If you let one of those soak well in some bourbon, yeah, you might approach this smell.
Yeah. And I mean, of course, to be expected, you get a lot of oak off of the nose. It's a French oak finished whiskey, and so you're.
But remember, here on Discount Bourbon Reviews, to be a bourbon whiskey, you got to be aged in a new American oak barrel, new charred American oak barrel. So this does not.
Well, he was aged in. They finished him with French oak staves.
I think that stops it from becoming a bourbon.
I don't.
Yeah, see, Kentucky Straight Bourbon finished in staves. They can't call it just a bourbon anymore on its own. But then again, we go through so many different things. We've gone through wheated products. We've gone through scotches. We've gone through French oak staved.
Oh. And I gotta be honest. For as much as I really do like that nose, the palate's just not there for me.
He's spicy.
He's spicy.
He's loud. He's got a lot of those red fruit characteristics.
Yeah.
He doesn't finish with too much complication for me.
Honestly. There's a certain level of tongue feel funk. Does that make sense?
No, I agree. And it's something that I'm trying to identify, and it's really right here at end of palate. It has nothing to do with that first, reviewing the palate. You got your first sip, right as it comes into your mouth. What's that initial thought? And then by the time that initial thought's already passed and you've swallowed it, you're on your mid palate. What are you experiencing then? And that's just the shortest period. It just transitions right into that carry out, that end of palate.
Yeah.
So it's all a very quick experience, just a couple seconds as it crosses your threshold.
I love that nose. That nose is amazing. You're giving them that chew. I can see it from here. You're really chewing them up.
That's right. I am trying to really chew them up because honestly, I'm having some trouble hating a little bit.
I'm proud of you.
But see, that's the thing. That's why there's two of us up here.
Yeah, that is why there's two of us.
You watch our videos, you see which whiskeys that we like, that you also like, and you can start trusting us. If you say, hey, I think Josh has got a good palate. No, I think he's got opposite palate to me. Whatever he likes, I will not like. You can start making more informed decisions.
Yeah, and that's all we want is informed decisions. For as much as I love walking around a liquor store and have no clue what I'm looking at, what anything's going to taste like and smell like, it stun locks you a little bit. You get locked into a store much longer than you need or should be.
Let alone you go to a store with good selection and you have an entire grocery store aisle to choose from now. I mean, for someone like us, that's what we dream about. Because, we have a couple products, we're looking for some different things.
Yeah, but for someone just looking for
something,
a whiskey, they want a good whiskey. I mean, it's very easy to just get stun locked and not be able to choose something. You end up grabbing a name that you've heard.
And even in a way, I think we've kind of got a little uppity in our ways. I think we eventually need to go talk about the fraternity. We need to talk about
we need to go get that fighting cock is what we need to do.
Yeah. That
$10 bottle of whiskey that I keep finding around. We need to get a bottle of that fighting cock.
No, that's exactly it. I think we need to do that. I think we need to hit Jack, James, Jim. We need all of them.
We need all of them.
We need all of them.
We will, and we will eventually.
I mean, we went through Evan a little bit, but
a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. Once you get in on it, it's just so exciting to want to go and grab.
There's so many different products, and they're, despite being almost exactly the same thing, just corn juice, rye juice, barley juice, aged in slightly different places, under such strict rules to even be considered a bourbon, to have such a variety and difference of flavors. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, guys, but just get excited with us about it, man. It's fantastic.
It is fantastic. Especially something as simple like this guy. I mean, regular Maker's Mark versus French Oak, completely, vastly different flavor profiles just by a couple of wood planks they're throwing in that barrel.
There's a yeastiness, a kind of headiness, almost a gas that forms in your mouth upon drinking it, and it's the off-putting characteristic for me as well. It's making me not want to come back to a neat sip like this. I think there's nothing wrong with the flavors of the whiskey itself, but then again, Maker's Mark shouldn't be making just a bad whiskey. I think it has to do with that finishing. I think it has to do with that extra little bit they're putting onto it, creating those gases, creating those different notes that my palate is not keen to.
I agree with it. The especially sitting here sipping it itself. I mean, before filming, I was telling Josh how not excited I was to be doing this one because I bought it and I've just been letting them sit around for a little bit. I mean, I can agree with it. It's less the flavors and more that gaseous texture feeling, that post palate. It kind of leaves with you. It just makes me want to not come back.
Now, I will admit, Discount Bourbon Review family, I was out at Oktoberfest yesterday, and we had a wonderful time out there. We met some fans. We met some people out there. My palate is a little shot right now, especially on my right side nose here. I'm not sniffing as well as I should be. But I'm getting a lot of grandma soap. Yeah, to be honest. I'm getting a lot of grandma soap, and I'm just not pleased with it.
Mixed with that 7-Up, I'll be honest, not very good. Not very good at all. He brings out...
It tastes seasoned. It almost tastes like umami. There's almost a salty characteristic.
No, salty and umami is really good. It almost brings out the worst characteristics in both the whiskey and the 7-Up. It's not a very good mixer. I don't know if I'm mixing him. What I am curious about, what'd you do with him?
Oh, the walnut syrup.
Yeah, the walnut syrup.
You know, I was actually out picking black walnuts yesterday. It's when my hands are dyed. Where did we put him? Oh,
is he behind the 7-Up?
He's behind the Kings County.
Oh, hello.
Dude, we gotta do that Kings County. We've been sleeping on that Kings County for a while.
He has been sitting on the list for a while now.
But we got content.
Oh, we got
content. We got videos to make for you guys.
Go ahead and finish him up so we can do this guy real quick. Plus, I want to know your last little tasting thoughts on him.
Grandma soap. Licorice.
Licorice. Oh, that's a good one. It's about a quarter. No. Okay. I get that. It is a little weird to start with the cast strength French oak as well. You know what I mean? Maybe we should have started with some regulars, Maker's Mark, so we can see how they compare.
Well, I mean, we've had nips and Maker's Mark off and on.
We've had
throughout
nips,
our time.
but I think there's a
really
difference between picking up a nip and slamming that before we go into a restaurant. I didn't mean to do all that. I'm sorry.
Cut me half.
Cut you half.
That's all right. As long as you ain't got cooties. But that's what we do for our fam here, our Discount Bourbon Review fam. You know, when we're coming in here, we're reviewing whiskeys. We're trying to keep them under a strict profile, trying to keep a lot of things similar, so that way we can give you honest opinions in a relatively controlled environment. You know, because whiskey is going to be super dependent as well. Who you're with, what you're doing, what's going on. There are some days where Bob 86 rains upon a parched land, and then there's other days where I'll take a sip of some Oa, I'll take a sip of some Blanton's, and I'm like, you know, it's just not really tasting today.
Yeah.
So
it's all about the day. It's all about the mood, the palate.
Ooh, it really brings out those kind of buttery characteristics.
It really does. You get that black walnut. I mean, to be expected, but
those fatty kind of acids.
Yeah.
And it's a 2 to 1/2 mix, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 ounce to 1/2 ounce of the syrup.
Yeah.
And that's prescribed as on the bottle.
Yeah. Its smell is interesting. I get almost a cough syrup vibe from the smell as well.
You know, I was talking to a dispensary worker the other day.
Yeah.
I was talking to a dispensary worker the other day.
Off subject for the
we got on medical weed, and I was telling them all about medical whiskey as it came out of Prohibition and people having to go to their doctors to get prescriptions for pain management. And how when I went through Kentucky, I stopped at a thrift store with my beautiful partner, and we went looking, and I found Miss Lydia E. Parkham's medicinal whiskey bottle. You like that?
I don't like
Sunshine Rainbows?
That's bad.
Anyway, the dispensary worker did not know that medical whiskey was ever a thing, and that was kind of a laugh for me, you know? Because I think had you gone back in time and told any medical whiskey consumer about medical weed, they would have been just equally confused.
Yeah. Crazy how times change on us. I don't like that.
This one was a soliloquy of angels singing.
Yeah.
If you know how we do our videos, you know we do them all one day out of the week, so we ain't drinking every single day.
Yep.
Nothing crazy. But we started off the live stream with this guy. You can always check that out on twitch.tv. And when we mixed him up with this black walnut syrup, it was fantastic.
It was
oh my gosh, there were angels singing in my mouth.
Yeah.
Those angels just left.
Yeah, they're not.
They're gone. They're gone.
No longer.
This is a god-forsaken land in my mouth now.
Yeah, that's not good. So, I mean, I'm just gonna get right into it. Nose, honestly, nose is up there for me.
Nose is good.
Your nose is fantastic.
I think the nose is like the catfish of whiskey.
That's a good way to put it. I like that actually, because the nose on this guy. I remember today, and even the first day that I took him home and I cracked him, you get excited from the nose. You really do.
Yeah,
he starts telling you these stories of different flavors and things that you might be able to find in there, and then it comes down to it, and he's just not there.
Mm.
And so,
yeah.
I mean, if you want to use this one, I've got a clean one here for you as well.
It's more of what I was referencing,
Yeah.
but
but so nose, I mean, he's up there. He's well above average on the nose. I mean, I might even put his.
I'll put him
nose...
at an 8. I'll put him at an 8 or 9. He had some X factors that came from those French oak steaks.
Okay, maybe a little higher than I'm willing to put it. I was thinking maybe a 7.5, maybe on a really good day pushing an 8. So just a little bit different there, but
I think it's a unique nose and an exceptional nose, and I think that's deserving of an 8. But as far as taste, I think your first sip is going to be your best sip.
Yep. I agree with that.
And that's more deserving of a nip, and that's particularly sad territory to be in for me.
Yeah, not a big fan, and because of that, I mean, it brings that down. Honestly, flavor, he goes under average for me. I mean, he just does. I mean, across the board, neat with the soda, with the it's an old fashioned syrup, isn't it?
It is
Black walnut old fashioned syrup. It's just not that
just
particularly nice.
Ascertained, I think it's the base juice that we're most excited about that has those characteristics. There's certain notes to it that are just out of our palate, out of our range, and I think that that's coming from the French oak. Maybe that's just me being wrong. I mean, hey, if you're Mark himself, if you're Mr. Maker's Mark,
Bill, this is Bill's recipe.
If this is Bill, hit me up. Explain to me why I'm wrong, please. I would like to be. I'd like to like this.
I would love.
I'd love to like this
bottle and come back to him a little bit more. But I mean, overall, with price in mind, I mean, $50. That's pushing the discount bourbon territory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's gonna sit at that 5 for me. You know what I mean? I'm not getting too particularly excited about his price, but for what he is, being cask strength, French oak, you don't see it a whole lot. He's gonna sit at that 5 for me.
I think I'm right there with you. Honestly, I hate giving whiskeys low points, and we have so many of our viewers that'll reach out and be like, "You guys rate things too highly." But you know what? This time around, I'll come in here. I'll be brutal for you. I didn't like that expression. I didn't like that yeastiness in my mouth. It was just not there for me. The smell was fantastic. I really enjoyed that smell. But when it came down to the price point, there's so many other whiskeys I'd much rather buy at $50.
Oh yeah, for 50
or less. Sometimes you get 2 bottles for that price.
I literally did that today.
Yeah.
I was trying to look around up here like I could find them, like it's my personal collection up here, but this is Josh's, so I'm not gonna find the bottles that I walked home with today.
He doesn't grocery shop over here. He wishes he could.
I mean, there's sometimes, you know what I mean? Just like, ooh, take that guy home. But yeah, I mean, overall with the French oak, I'm not vibing with it, as the kids say these days. And I mean, the only good point in his favor being the nose, I mean, it really brings it down for me. I mean, overall, this guy's probably going to sit out.
Well, now, Dylan, I have a twist for the video.
Okay.
Are you ready? Look at me real quick. Now, let's look at the camera. 3, 2. A twist. Poor man's pappy.
Oh, poor man's pappy. You're right.
That's right.
I forgot about poor
man's pappy. Let's wait. Let's have that one just as a Twitch.tv exclusive.
Okay.
But what we did is, if you know anything about the whiskey world, you're going to know one of the kings of it is Pappy Van Winkle.
Yep.
Incredibly hard to find.
Everybody talks about Pappy.
Any liquor store owner across the world, from Timbuktu to right down the street, is going to know to keep a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle for more than MSRP.
Oh,
it just ain't happening. But some side recipes have come up. Mix up some Weller Antique 107 and mix up some Weller 12. It's supposed to taste pretty similar. Well, that's more like upper middle class man's pappy.
Yeah.
You know, with these bottles ranging $100 to $200, it's not always just reliable.
A little out of the range.
So some people have gone to taking this Larceny Barrel Proof here, a $59 whiskey.
Yep.
It used to be a little bit less, but its popularity has grown, so that they rose it a little bit.
Yep.
And mixing that with Maker's Mark cask strength.
Yep.
Now, we don't quite have one here, so
it's the French oak cask strength. It's going to be a little off.
We're going to call this International Broke Boy. International Broke Boy. And that's going to be our little blend up. So if you want to see that, make sure to please come on over to twitch.tv. But it's supposed to taste like the imitation of the best whiskey in the world. So
we'll see how we feel about it.
For as much as we're hating on this guy, I'm going to give him a 3. I think he is worth avoiding. If
I see him versus, I mean, honestly, most of these other bottles on our shelf right here, I'm going with one of them. If I see him versus a regular Maker's Mark calf strength, I want to grab that.
Unless you're doing what we're doing here, trying to try a bunch of different stuff to see what's good and what people may like, avoid him entirely. I just think that,
I wouldn't put him on your bar.
You know what? I'll back that up. If you can get a nip at a bar, try it.
Get a nip at a
State
bar.
your curiosity.
Yeah.
We'll send you an ounce if you want it. No, we won't. But
It's my fault.
I didn't care for it.
I honestly, you asked for a nip, I might send you that whole bottle just to get it off my shelf. I really don't want them on the bar. I'm not a fan. I'm gonna step higher. I'm gonna give them an extra point to a 4 just for that nose. That nose is very good. The nose is, for every other part of them, the nose is exceptional. So I'm gonna take him up just one extra step. I don't want him on my bar. He is below average in a lot. Trash. Discount bourbon reviews first. Trash. And that's saying something. Man, that makes me feel bad for spending $50 on it. I really appreciate that.
I mean, it's not as bad as H&H Preferred.
Definitely not.
I'm pulling on it a little bit. It's not as bad as an H&H Preferred. This is something that should have been in the trash a while ago, but we keep around just because it's so bad.
Yeah.
When people ask us what's bad, we can go,
that guy. It's the reason why he hasn't been finished yet.
Yeah. Anyway,
no.
I think that only
please drink responsibly.
Yeah, leaves that.
Gavin, to answer your question, I believe Josh may have said it a couple of times throughout that video. But the walnuts, the old-fashioned black walnut syrup, it's 2 ounces of whiskey to half an ounce of that syrup. Typically, you want to get an ice ball of some kind, and maybe a little orange rind. Get some of that oils off of the rind, give them a good twist around the rim, and really make them full old-fashioned, but he's fantastic. I love that. I might pick up a bottle of that myself, just for at home. That's good stuff. And honestly, too, this guy, it's a glass bottle, just for some syrup. It's crazy. Ooh, thank you. The man Josh coming in with the agua.
Yeah.
He knew what I was needing today.
Yeah, that's right. Let's hang out. Let's do, if we're not going to film the International Broke Boy,
Yep.
let me go ahead and do the transfer real quick on these first couple minutes.
Okay.
Oh, still recording sound.
Oh, no, honestly, this is the first time, that Josh pulled this out, and I'm trying it. And this stuff's very good. I know you're usually drinking your Blackheart, but I would at the very least try it to see how it goes out. It really brings in some
Can I get the proper
interesting
bottle?
flavors. Maker's Mark French Oak, or Maker's Mark number 46. Sorry. Cask strength.
All right, exporting that.
We're gonna go for round 2 on these boys.
Yummy. We're witching. Oh, Zinjamin?
Zinjamin, that's a good one. I like that. Oh. He's a good way to get through the day.
We could have done more, but
We could have what?
we could have done one more before I needed to offload.
Oh.
But as we're expanding different projects in my lineup, thinking about trying to grab a little better camera.
Okay.
I mean, especially if we can all subsidize a little bit, it would all come together for that. But that's a conversation for another day. Because I know that gentleman's also wanting to get some video too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know this weird black walnut kick that Josh has been on. I'm honest to God confident that's the only reason he picked this guy up was because he saw the word black walnut on it.
Yeah, black walnuts are great, man. Another great American product.
Should I go ahead and pour him for the...
I'll just let him neck for a little bit longer. I mean, yeah, pour him up, let him neck a little harder. I'm gonna burn or something on my finger.
That ain't no good. I like these little bottles. Those are nice. Those guys neck real good.
They're actually pretty comparable sizes. It's 10-7 and 10-6 for a 3-minute difference.
Okay.
I think we could just skip over to 8 if you'd like.
Ain't no biggie.
Only should take like 10 or 20 minutes to transfer. Just enough time to try that out.
Yeah.
Man.
He takes away from the French oak. You can smell it less.
But nothing great.
No. Nothing absolutely worth writing home about on the nose. You know, the more he necks, the more French oak I get.
I was thinking the inverse.
Yeah.
Top quarter.
I don't have a cork on him. That thing, Bill. Put corks on your bottles, please. I don't like these twist offs.
And see, I'm real excited to get into the C923 one time. I'd like to get a B badge. That's 126, and this is 125.
Yeah, I'm pulling a little bit more of the makers off of them than the Larceny. Are you liking it? That was an interesting face.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
He's just like this. He's just expressive.
Oh, God. He is something. Hold on, where's my bottle of?
Whoa, there we go. There's some like cinnamon now. Hello. Yeah, that's what it needs. Just some dregs.
Just a couple of drops of water.
Because we just combined 2 cask strength products. So, I mean, even then, they're watering a lot of stuff down to 90.
Ooh, that is different.
He's got some really unique oak characteristics to him that are just kind of hard to describe.
French oak, some might say.
International Brook boy.
Cheers. Ooh, yeah, I don't like him.
He's just loud and expressive.
He is.
Very rock forward. Overconfident in the wrong flavors.
Yeah.
He's confused, and I think that just comes from a bad blend. We'll have to try it with true cask strength.
True, maybe smart cap strength. Yeah, the French oak, I don't. He's bringing on some of those kind of funky-esque notes to with him, and I'm just not vibing with that. Probably put that on me, but
You know, I've wondered that. Like, if someone gives me a call while we're recording.
you either answer it or you don't. You answer the phone. Discount Bourbon Review!
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Alright, we're going to move to one that I'm a little bit more excited about. Still my bottle.
We'll get another minute or so.
Oh, do we?
We're about halfway into that
Oh, sheesh.
download. So we can hang out for a second when you chat.
Well, here, you chat up Gavin for a little bit, because I believe he is still here.
You gonna go to the bathroom?
I'm going to go just step outside and get real smoke nicotine.
I see. I see. That's why you just stepped slightly out of frame for that.
That's true, but also fresh air.
Fresh air. Yeah, I know. It can get a little hot here in the Discount Bourbon Review studio. But we have a really good time out here trying all these different things out for you. We've slowed down on some acquisitions recently, but there's a couple things that we have in the pipeline that we'd really like to show you. This one has been catching my eye here. This Gunner's Wheated Bourbon. It's a single barrel, cask strength, just the way we like it. But of course, if you know Josh, you know he likes his Weller. You know he likes his Weller. And that's specifically a wheated product. While stuff like this Peerless, stuff like this Russell's, and stuff like not this Makers, stuff like the Russell's and the Peerless are both rye products. I believe to be a bourbon, it's 51% corn plus, made in America. It's got to be aged in virgin oak barrels, and there's like entry proof. You know, you got to have it at no more than a certain proof when it goes in, no more than a certain proof when it comes back out, and that's how you make good old bourbon whiskey. It's one of the strictest of all spirits. So if you really want a spirit that has to adhere to standards of quality, a bourbon is going to be a great thing for that. And then there are next levels in that. If you want a bottled and bond product, then they have to hold that in a warehouse, a government bonded warehouse for 4 years. Not quite as intense as it used to be. Government man had one lock, and you had one lock on your own shed. And government man would have to come down and open it up with you anytime you wanted to go access your bourbons to make sure that you weren't like messing around. Make sure you weren't stealing your whiskeys. Make sure you weren't getting untaxed whiskey. Or during Prohibition, make sure you weren't just selling that whiskey outright. But bottled and bond is the next level up. It's a higher quality. It's something to be admired a little bit more. It's all produced in one season, all from one maker, and then it has to be aged those 4 years in a warehouse. So if you want a bottled and bond bourbon whiskey, you're going to be getting one of the strictest spirits. And generally, they create a good product. Now, I don't know if this one is bottled and bond directly, but we love seeing single barrel cask strength products because that means that bourbon whiskey sat there in that bottle, or I think this is this is still a bourbon, a wheated bourbon, sat there in that cask and just improved in quality and age, and then they took that juice directly as is, non-chill filtered, non-messed with, and they bottled it right up for you. Now there are some other products that we do love. It's a wheated product. It is chill filtered, it is diluted, and it is blended with other barrels. It doesn't make it an inferior whiskey, it just makes it a different whiskey. But the version of this product, the version of the Weller product in this category, that single barrel, non-chill filtered, cask strength type product, the William LaRue Weller, bottles easily go for $1,500. I was down at a tavern. They were selling you $100 sips of that William LaRue Weller. So when you get to the higher end of these products like this, you're going to be finding some incredible flavors and characteristics. And I'm just looking for my next William LaRue Weller. We have a couple of the bottles here. I know there's the Infinity Stones when it comes to the Weller lineup. There's the green, there's the red, there's the blue, there's the white, there's the orange. And that's the Antique 107. The Full Proof, the Special Reserve, the Single Barrel, and the Craft Your Perfect Bourbon. And then standing amongst them all, the king that he is, William LaRue Weller. So that's Joshy's Big Hunts. I've been able to have a sip of a majority of them. I have yet to have Single Barrel, but CYPB just took my heart, man. It's an incredible whiskey. It's one of the best sips I think I've ever had. I love your perm, man. It just looks like you got permanent bed hair. I was telling the people how excited I am about the Gunner's Wheated Single Barrel Cask Strength.
Honestly,
I'm just hoping.
I'm surprised that he's not on the table today.
I picked him up too randomly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think we may have to do like a weeder episode.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because we always talk about doing all these strict reviews, but we want to start incorporating one more fun type video for you guys. One of the first ones we did was the 100 Proof Bourbon Battle.
Yep.
We're thinking about some different things. We got some collaborations in the works. We have a couple of different fun video ideas, but if you guys have anything you'd like to see us try, let us know.
Please let me know. I want to try every bottle on this shelf. Have I yet?
That's what I was just saying to him. There's a couple things we haven't tried, but I mean, let's go line by line. I mean, you've tried the Larceny Barrel Proof. It was early on, but not the batch behind it.
No.
Old Elk, you've had.
Did that last week.
Elijah Craig C923, you've had elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
But not on video.
No.
Antique, on video.
King. Love him.
E.H. Taylor, on video.
On video.
Heaven Hill 7,
On video.
Bladen Bow, on video.
Bladen's on video. Not him.
None of these guys.
Well,
obviously not even cracked. This is actually, we can't spoil any surprises, but this is supposed to go to somebody special.
Yeah, that's not us. It's not ours.
That's not ours.
That's sits up there. He looks pretty, but he's not.
We love Strand of Hands. We got so much love for Strand of Hands, man. I can't wait till we can do that whole Strand of Hands episode.
I spent 30 minutes in that liquor store today looking at. They had 4 different Strand of Hands.
I mean, you know,
just sitting there staring at it like, what do I grab?
Not to dox myself, but third week of December we'll be up in that area. We go out. It's like a 24-hour drive.
Just a light 24-hour drive.
Yeah, we've done it once.
Yeah.
We've done it once.
Did we do the barrel proof before on video, or did we do the regular small batch?
I think we did the barrel proof. I don't think we've done small batch yet.
Then we need to go back and do small batch. We need to put that on the list.
That video has so few views. It's like 3 views.
I mean, that was one of our first videos. I don't expect it to have many. Black Saddle we've done.
Black Saddle we've done.
We just talked about Kings County not
Have
done.
not done it.
Buffalo Trade's done. Bardstown done. Ezra Book's done. Not done. Okay, so pretty much everything on this road done except for him.
Yeah, we haven't done Bonded. We've done the Burnahan.
We've done the Burnahan. We didn't do the Kings County.
We haven't done.
We need to get into the pot still.
Yeah, we do, because it's just kind of sad.
Yeah.
The Gunner Sweden, we have yet to break into. Pinhook,
He's
23.
still sealed completely.
Yeah, he's still sealed. I have a couple sealed bottles around.
None of my bottles stay sealed. They get cracked open the second I get home. We got the vertical 8, the Pinhook. I'm shaking. I need to take my hands off. But the regular Pinhook, which one was him? The Bourbon Resolve, and then the vertical 8-year. We've done him on video, haven't done him. We've had him elsewhere.
Yeah, elsewhere.
Ancient Age we've done on video. We still need to do McKenna.
Yes. Actually, you're right. We do need to do McKenna on
We need
video.
to do McKenna, and you know who had stacks of the 10-year bottled in bond?
Really? Today?
Today.
We may have to go do a little shopping.
Maybe. Wild Turkey 101. Did we do that one on video?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Because
then
that came as a
that one
gift.
was a gift, yeah.
Yeah.
And we did the Very Old Bartons. We haven't done Strand Blue yet.
Very Old Bartons is our best video.
It is. Long form, it really is. It's
our
crazy.
best video.
Yeah. And we still need to do the Strand Blue.
I think, yeah, dude, I'm waiting until we can do a whole Strandy video. We need to get the Strandy Yellow, we need to get the Strandy Blue, or we have the Strandy Blue. Get the Strandy Yellow, get the Strandy Cask Strength,
Oh, yeah.
and let me go get a ounce of that Black Anejo.
Black Diamond.
That's
and
right.
The Sherry Cask.
The Sherry Cask. Because that's all that they run commercially.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to spoil no surprises, but the same gentleman bringing you that one.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to switch me for a different one. We're supposed to acquire a Stranahan's barley wine cask, and boy, I'm excited to see that barley wine. I know it's
I'm
not
trying to real bad. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think everything on the main roads, that's it, because everything down here, unless you want to do the Wheatley vodka.
Hey, we can do the Wheatley. We can do the Wheatley.
I feel like that takes a little bit out of our,
All right. Now that we've had a moment to chill out a bit,
yeah.
I'm gonna go back to that 8K if it's not gonna be that big of a difference.
That's cool.
In footage. It's only 24 FPS though. That's the biggest thing.
Ooh, see, now that one might be the kicker on it.
But I'm seeing plenty of other people shooting 27. Just don't move too fast.
I move fast always. Like fucking Sonic over here.
Have you guys gone to Through the Cellar Door yet? No, we haven't been out to Through the Cellar Door. Is that a good place for you?
I don't know what Through the Cellar Door is. What is that place, Gavin? Josh seems to be doing research on it already. Oh no, he's doing metadata work.
Wait, I was just thinking.
It's a pretty good liquor store in BA. Oh yeah, wait, I remember you telling me about it on the phone when we were going out to Muskogee that
it's
one
it's
day.
exceptional,
Yeah,
and I think that's deserving of an 8. But as far as taste, no, it's the French Oak. Oh, French Oak.
Yeah, French Oak was the final. Where'd that funnel go? That was a little bit of a heavy pour, and I don't want all that.
Well, right now I'm looking at the Rittenhouse single barrel over there from DD in our area.
Well, Gavin, what do you mean by they have cool stuff?
Yeah, what's cool stuff?
Yeah, what's cool stuff to Gavin? Cool stuff to you may not be cool stuff to me. Maybe it's really cool, but I don't know.
Burn.
I mean, I know you're usually drinking that fucking Blackheart, and Lord knows I'm not grabbing a bottle of that.
Oh, let alone this Kraken.
Oh,
I have not been able to think about Kraken since the bowling alley.
I need you to I need you to know that they make a coffee-infused Kraken. And I want to grab it. I want to know. I feel like that's something you and I should try together, Gavin. Is that coffee, that cold brew infused Kraken.
Who are we on to?
Russell.
We're on to Russ?
Yep. We're going to go to Russ, and then we're going to go to him. And then probably finish him. Finish him off with that guy.
Well, we're filming, and we had one guy say that we look too much like Liquor Store 352.
Well, fuck.
Did you see that comment?
Yeah, I did. Fuck him. Okay.
We should send him the link of you with the perm hair now and be like, is this good enough?
Is this good enough? Dylan went and got a perm just so he didn't look like that other guy did.
And he legally changed his name to Parker just so he wouldn't even have the same name.
Yeah, so there's that anyway.
Yeah, stuff it.
Hater.
Oh, and Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Skull Vodka? Man, you got me sold. I'm there. I'm there.
They got Drake's liquor. What did he make? Did he make a whiskey?
I don't know.
I think Drake made a whiskey. If they've got that one, you let me know. I want to try Drake's whiskey.
R. Kelly makes a drink. They call it Pisky.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, hold on. We haven't even really gotten into it. 3, 2. Are we recording everywhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Discount
Bourbon Review! Ha, gotcha.
Welcome back, I guess.
Gotcha. Today, we're going to be going over Russell's Reserve 6-year rye. I haven't been able to try too much of them just yet. Just last week, I picked up a bottle of the 10-year because everyone and their mom says that it's the Blanton's replacement. So I needed to know what they were talking about. Yeah, facts. But so I really wanted to try it. And I was a big fan of the 10-year. I'm going to bring them over one of these days, probably when I have a little bit more of a full bottle to come share.
See, that's it. We're always working on the set bottles.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need to bring some home bottles.
Sometimes we got to bring home bottles like this guy. And I've got high expectations. The 10-year everyone talks about very highly. We all know I haven't been the most rye-forward guy in the past. But there's been some previous ones that I've been getting my hands on that I've been like, okay, like that Willet Rye, that green top.
Oh, that green top. We've never been able to get like a full bottle of it. We've seen it a couple times, but it's been always passed up. We keep our nips on the shelf just so we can remember and think about it.
Yep.
There was a purple top drop today. Try saying that 3 times fast.
Purple top drop.
Purple top drop in Mississippi.
Mississippi?
Mississippi purple top drop.
Why do you know about the Mississippi purple top drop?
BL.
Alright. You can calm down. BL needs
keeps
to not worry about what's going on in Mississippi.
Yeah,
BL
right.
does not live there. Anyway, Russell Reserve 6-year. I'm very excited about it.
A certain graininess to him.
Oh, yeah.
But he's nice and expressive.
He's not very ethanol forward at all.
No.
He gets a lot of that.
In fact, I really got to get my nose in there if I'm trying to singe some hairs.
I'm really losing the word for it. I don't want to say rye because it's a rye, but it is very grainy.
I don't know. There's something that just brought me to barbecue with lighter fluid. When you start thinking about like someone trying to start like a Kingsford grill with some lighter fluid.
I get the barbecue. I get the smoke. You know what I mean?
That specific chemical smell is kind of ringing true to me. But, I mean, beyond that, there's the sweet caramels, there's the oaks. I'm not saying it's bad. By any means, but I'm really trying to dig for that smell.
I'm really trying to find that lighter fluid smell you're talking about. I'm not grabbing him. He's got a little bit of a sour to him.
You think so?
Spice.
Sour match?
Yeah. I don't know about sour match, but his smell is definitely, he's got that stingy, you know what I mean?
Well, over 100 years of combined experience are here on display in this bottle. Jimmy Russell and his son Eddie hand-selected these barrels after at least
God bless him.
6 years of aging. So we do have an age statement, at least 6 years.
Yep.
Not quite 6, 7, or 8 or anything in particular, but at least 6-year barrels. Notes of allspice, pepper, and almonds. I definitely don't get that amaretto type almond flavor. That's just missing.
I don't get almonds to them, but I get that black spice. I get that allspice, that black pepper.
That maybe that sommelier level note that we're missing.
Ooh. You know, as he opens up a little bit in that neck, I'm getting a little bit more of that ethanol in him.
He's got a good tannin. He's got a good, not quite leather note.
Ooh,
He's
that's tobacco.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's tobacco.
That's tobacco. That's really good too.
It's pretty good.
I like that a lot. And
It's,
that's what I was saying earlier. If you watch the live streams, I was talking about it, I believe when we were going over the Peerless over here, that I might be leaning a little bit more
in the
to
rye
the
territory.
ryes.
But
It's
we'll see. We've had some disappointing weeders recently.
that's really the kicker. It's less the ryes that I've been having that have disappointed me, and it's been more, or I'm sorry, I should rephrase that. It's less the ryes that I've been having that have been impressing me, like this guy, or like the Willet Rye Green Top, and it's been more the weeders that have been disappointing me. I'm not going to name names, but maybe something that rhymes with Kernaham.
Wow.
Maybe.
Maybe. We like Larceny.
We do like Larceny.
We like the Larceny. It's a great
in this house, we drink Larceny.
Smashed it. I need to pick up another 92 pretty bad.
Yeah, this small batch, you absolutely do.
We haven't even done that video yet.
Already did.
Oh, I'm big on the barrel proof.
No, the barrel proof is fantastic. Honestly, that was one of the bottles that kept me thinking at the hunt this morning.
Well, did they have some?
Yeah. They had 3 or 4 bottles. Easy. And no one was grabbing.
Here it is.
You could probably go right now and
That's the funniest thing. You put that on a list, and all of a sudden people are going to start like hunting it down. Like, let me get one of them. Let me get one of them. You just put it out on the shelf, and they may go slower than you think.
They're gonna walk right past. I watched a whole herd of people going real hard for that Stag Junior, the Buffalo Trace, all the tater stuff that they were putting out this weekend. Passing up on the Larceny Barrel Proof. Now, to be fair, I passed up on the Larceny Barrel Proof as well. I was part of the group that did that.
But we know that we have a little bit of stock.
Yeah.
It's
available.
If we want to sip, we got a bottle ready to.
You know what else they still had that I've been very interested in?
What's that?
The Rye Jack Daniels.
Ooh.
He's been sitting on their shelf. And not even on their shelf. They keep them over in the box over in the 1 per area, the allocated area. They've had 1 case of them sitting over there untouched for like a week now.
That's crazy. I mean, we've tried the bonded. We work our way through the bond a little bit. He tends to be a bit more after we've had a couple already.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I'm not starting my name with the Jack Daniels. Almost any of them.
We need to hold him to the
old number 7.
The DBR standard. We need to get him out here for a good set of reviews.
No, we do. We need to go get some 750s of some regular Jack Daniels, some beams, just so we can put them on there. But
it's hard to, and there's plenty of other great discount bourbons.
When I got a guy in the store saying, "Oh man, you drove all the way to Ohio and then into Kentucky for your bottle of Blaine's. That's crazy. I can't believe you did that. Blaine's is trash. Go get a bottle of Russell Reserve's 10-year." When I have someone telling me that in store, it's a little
insulting.
I don't want to use the word insulting, but bewildering almost. You know what I mean?
I'm glad we made that trip.
Oh, I am too. It was a wonderful trip, and we got some amazing bottles.
And it really solidifies the love of bourbon for you.
Oh,
you got to make it to Kentucky. If you're a bourbon fan, if you're a whiskey fan, you got to go.
There's just so many things out there to go get your hands on. And the Ohio part of it specifically, if you're looking for something specific, a lot of their liquor stores are state-run. It's all on one website. You can just pull it up and find it. You can search up the bottle you're looking for, and it'll give you a list of every store in Ohio.
Now, granted, the upper echelons are reserved behind the lottery that they do yearly. But, I mean, the mid-tiered available products, the Antique 107s, not the full proofs, not the CYPBs or single barrels. Then the Ancient Age, we've actually been really trying to hunt down an Ancient Age 10-star. If you guys got any leads on that, please send them our way.
I will drive. I mean, we drove. How long was I driving?
long enough.
11, 12 hours to Ohio for him. I'll drive 15, 20 bottle of that ancient age.
We finished an early day of filming. We had some food. We took some good breaks. We came to some very sober conclusions that it would be wise to drive 26 hours into Ohio. We were, it was a 24-hour drive. We were gone from the studio 26 hours. If that tells you what our priorities were. Yeah.
It was a wonderful time. Really glad we did that trip. Even just to be able to say, beginning on, at the very least in my whiskey and bourbon journey. You know what I mean? You've been going on it a little bit longer than I have, but that was within the first month or two.
Not old, but yeah.
But still, you've been doing it a little bit longer than I have, and to be able to go into it and start getting really excited about it, and within a month or two of really getting excited about it, getting into
finding those bottles you want, those snipes.
We just went for that drive, and we did it, and we got those bottles that everyone talks
about. Yeah, and there were people at liquor stores being like, "Dude, why did you do that?" That was stupid.
Straight up, don't open the bottles. Don't do it. Like, just sell them, hold on to them, do whatever. No, I'm gonna.
These things are meant to be drunk.
That's what they're for.
Except for the big boy Weller, because he's just beautiful.
Yeah. And because you refilled them.
No, I'm gonna drink him. Yeah. Once we drink them, we'll refill them and like seal them back.
Once you finish the other 6 liters that you got in the house. Ooh, got you. Yeah. I like him mixed though. Back to the Russell Reserve, mixed up with that 7-Up, he's good.
I've had a couple turkey products that I've really been a fan of, honestly. For always sleeping on the national brands, always sleeping on the fraternity boys.
Which
you know, Jack, Jim, Jane, Tom, Mark, all of them. Tom's got some good products.
Tom, he's got some decent products. I want some of Mark's other stuff.
That's right.
This guy was upsetting, but
that's right.
We're not going to talk about him too much because I want some of Mark's other stuff. A lot of people say Mark is. I mean, I hate to say it when I believe that Weller up here is the king, you know what I mean? But a lot of people say that Maker's Mark is the weeded bourbon. It's the one that you have to have.
Again, on the nose, there's the bad factor to me that I just can't sit with. There's something weird hidden deep down that I just...
What do you mean by bad? Like you just don't like it? Or
well, back to what I said about the initial kind of lighter fluid type smell. There's something within the ethanol that's just a little weird for me.
I'm not getting that, so I don't necessarily agree with that idea. That's a good way to put it.
And if you know from the live streams, remember watch the live streams. We do all our filmings one day out of the week on a Saturday. You can catch that live stream on twitch.tv.
Yep.
Or we're going to upload it the next Saturday on our YouTube channel. And feel free to join us for either one of those.
Yep.
But on this in particular one, I had just finished up at the Tulsa Oktoberfest. So my palate's a little shot. One of my nose a little clogged up today. But I'm going to have to give him some poor notes on the nose because of those kind of lighter fluid feelings. Man, I think that he's good. I like, there's obviously the oak, there's obviously the caramel, there's a lot of great flavors. I'm gonna have to give him a 6 just because I don't want Dylan to punch me in the face.
Honestly, that is a very high score for what I was expecting him to give. I was expecting him to give that below average mark. So you know what? I'll take that 6 and I'll take it to the chin with pride. Because honestly, and just pure honest, like, he's above average for me. He really is. But is he that above average? Does he compare that much to
some of more
the Antique 107? Even just Special Reserve, if we're being honest. No, I don't think he does. I don't think it compares the same way. I don't think it's bad. I think it's above average. But honestly, he's going to... Just because you said 6 to be nice and make me feel better, I have to go a step above that, so I'm just going to stay at 6.5.
I thought you were going to be like, I'll say 5 to make you feel better.
No, I'm going to say a 6.5. He's above average, he really is, but...
Taste?
That X factor that you're getting, that lighter fluid factor, I'm not getting that. And it's very interesting to hear that idea because I'm not finding him in there at all. And because I'm not finding him in there at all, I feel like I'm able to enjoy that smell a little bit more.
Jimmy, Eddie, if I'm wrong, let me know. Let me know what I'm not noticing. Eddie, but taste-wise,
hit me up in the DMs.
It's it's pretty good. It's really good stuff. I like it. I'll say it's a superior product. Without getting price into mine yet, I think it's a superior product. I think it's a 6 or a 7.
I can't wait to get price in mine because I know the price. I picked him up today on the filming, so I know his price.
Yeah, I'd say Taste is a superior product. I'd give him
Taste is very good. I think 7's a very solid mark.
Yeah,
he's not around crazy. He's just
keep an eye out for it.
He is a base level offering for Russell's Reserve, so we can expect some more complex, interesting things from maybe a single barrel 10-year or even. I passed up on a couple of single barrel rye today. I mean, they were like $70 for a single barrel. I really thought about it, but I decided to go with the base offering and another bottle just for my own personal bar that we've already gone over here.
You know, we like to keep it under $50 here at DVR.
It just makes it easier for us on the wallet. It does. It really does. But taste, honestly, I really like them. I don't think I like them more than the 10-year. I'm going to bring that 10-year next week. You got to hold me to that so we can have them
all right,
at least a little bit back to back. But I really do like him. I enjoy him. He's very easy sipping. Nothing crazy that wants to punch you in the face forward. You know what I mean? But there's nothing crazy complex about him.
Well, next week here at the studio, I do believe we're going to be having some people over in the afternoon for a
I forget about
get together. So we may have to do a holiday speciality.
Yeah, little A little Halloween.
Go ahead and film our holiday episode.
Oh, does that mean I get to dress up for Halloween for that
Well,
episode?
what if we could just do a couple different
Can
seasons?
I
Bam bash out the 3 different seasons at once.
Do a Christmas episode on the 28th of October. That's good. I like that. Can I come as Little Pumpkin Spice for next week's episode? I want
Are
all.
you gonna come as Lil Spice?
I want-
Spice?
I want all the pumpkin spice latte tattoos on my face.
Okay, great. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm gonna
do
be
a
little
Halloween
pumpkin
especial.
spice next year.
We'll do a
next
Halloween
week.
especial next week.
All right. But mixed up, we did mix them up, right?
Yeah, we mixed them
Yeah,
up,
that's
dude. We've already
fantastic.
gone through that.
That's absolutely fantastic.
I think the only thing really left is to remember to drink responsibly.
Well, I love it, but you are absolutely at least
I'm a couple minutes early.
2 steps ahead of the game. There's 2 things we haven't done.
What have we done?
We haven't finished the full rating of them.
No, get this out of here. It's not ready
I'm
yet.
gonna set him right there.
It's over.
I'm gonna set this guy right here as well.
You can pull that back down.
Yeah, just frame just a little bit.
Okay. So what we got? I gave a taste rating. I said it was a 7. You didn't do a taste rating yet.
Taste rating, he's going to be I'm not going to take him much higher than a 7. I mean, he's above average, but I'm not going to write on anything about him. Price wise, that's the thing that gets me on this guy specifically. We didn't talk about him. $35
That's a superior price.
for $35 for a whiskey of this quality. That's very, very good in my opinion.
I think we got to start figuring out the price category because I think as a whiskey for its price, it's going to be an 8. But like just overall price, $35 like a 10, man. $35 a whiskey that you can grab on.
$35 a 10 for me. $35 an 8.
What's a 10?
We were just talking about the fighting cock for 10. 10's a 10.
10's a 10, so 15's a 8?
Sure. Well, okay, but 35.
So a 7. What do you think?
8.
8?
Yeah.
8. So I'm at a 6, 7, 8. I'm thinking my average is 7.
Yeah, so. I'm gonna say my average. I'm gonna say 7.5. Taking a little bit above Josh because I appear to be liking him just a little bit more, and that note I don't know that Lighterfield nose that you're getting. So I'm just gonna take him a step above.
Well, Jimmy, Eddie, let me know.
Eddie, hit me up with the DMs, please. I would love to talk with
Eddie,
you.
please. We're thirsty.
We're thirsty. Please give it to us.
It's a different description for your DMs.
Yeah. But we still need to do this. We've done this guy with all the others today. We got to keep them going.
Keep it going. Don't let it stop. Now, guys, we're sacrificing for you.
Yeah, we are.
We were trying to keep it reasonable. You know, we tried to do a 2-hour filming. Just an ounce, an ounce, an ounce, an ounce. We ended up 4 ounces by the end of 2 hours. It's about right when it comes to consumption standards. And then we spent a little bit of time doing some business meetings. But now we're starting to incorporate an extra half ounce each one. We're going to have to start going for 3 hours on these live streams.
Maybe. I mean, we are already sitting at an hour and a half, and we do have a whole other bottle.
We got a whole other bottle. That's right.
Yeah. That's the thing about the live streams. They're much longer. Come by. Come see us. Come hang out. I love it.
And if we want to do a fun film for Sundays now.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That leaves us some good room.
Leaves us 2 left.
I'm going to leave that right there so you can get them really nice and even. Don't fuck it up. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Professional. This is why they pay you big bucks.
They don't pay me at all yet.
Not for this, at least. Did you spill some?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I got one.
No, don't even look.
2,
Don't look. Don't look. Don't look.
3,
No.
4,
No.
5. Just spread it across the table.
No, I'm just rubbing the table.
We've already gone through all of our paper towels too, so we'll have to go grab some more in between, but we'll need to clean him.
Discount set fail review.
Discount set fail review. It's a good one. For that one, for this mess that we have here, that's a 4.
This drink though.
That's good.
We're back to divinity.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm all about that. He brings a level of black pepper in that right at the end of palate that we didn't get from the Peerless, and it's just a little extra oomph from him.
Just a little.
Yeah, I like that. That's really good.
No, I'm right there with you. It's a lot of sweet from that black walnut syrup.
Well, yeah.
And then it really comes in with that finish of those really warming notes of allspice and black pepper.
Yep.
He doesn't linger too much on the palate. I mean, he kind of wants you to come back in for a second sip, and that's how you.
Lord knows I would
like
come
your
back in
bargains.
for a sip right now.
But we have to be professional.
professional. We got to move on to a different bottle.
And now,
I
think that only leaves
3-4 minutes later,
drink responsibly.
I do like him. I like him a lot. I'll tell you what, if you want to Park Hill and get your third bottle, I'm sorry, I should say, of Larceny Barrel Proof, I might be liable to pick up a bottle of single barrel. I will be back, Shane. Let me go grab some more paper towels so we can clean these cups up. That way we don't taint the next one that I'm not very excited about.
Empty frame, empty frame, empty frame, empty frame, empty frame. Oh, what do we do about it? Who's gonna tell me what we just reviewed for the metadata? Russell review. Call it Russell Reserve 6 year.
No more empty frame. You can have my beautiful face. What's going on?
We are beautiful.
Oh, what is that song? Is that a Jason Mraz?
You're only allowed to do the one note, or else you'll get copyright.
Well, that's not.
That doesn't really matter for us at this point, so let's.
I mean, one that.
We are beautiful. It's true.
Oh,
And I saw your face in a crowded place,
and I don't know what to do. Yeah, good song.
I can't get over you.
That's why we need Gavin here right now. Gavin, if you're still here, you should be here with the
Yeah,
fucking
will you
guitar.
come by for the holiday episode, please?
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta come by for the holiday. Man, we gotta get everybody up here. I'm trying to get F Dog. I'm trying to get J Dog. I'm trying to get Gav. I'm trying to
You're
get.
using a lot of nicknames here that I'm lost on.
I think,
We'll talk about that one a little bit.
I've been thinking about trying to get a bottle share together for us and posting about it in the big chats.
I think that'd be fun.
I just need to find an event center to let's do it.
I want to talk to event center. Jesus Christ. I want to invite Homeboy from Park Hill. Real sweet guy.
That's what I'm saying. I'd like to get a place where maybe 20 gentlemen can get together.
The fact that he shook my hand when I said congratulations for getting that Stack Junior.
Let's you know he's a good guy.
I love that guy now. Him and I are going to be very good friends.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we got Nick, we got Dell, we got Jonathan, we got Forrest, we got Gavin, we got Bobby. We got plenty of people that we
Hey,
know.
whoa. BL.
Yeah, he's particularly sensitive about that. Fucking BL's ass.
BL's head ass.
Yeah, BL is very big about his cybersecurity. But no, I think we need a host of
Gee,
share.
I wonder why BL is super big about his cybersecurity.
Yeah.
I did that poor blind, so I was looking.
No, this is my blind core video.
No, like I wasn't looking at it while I recorded. So you got
Thanks.
a little bit.
We're kind of already ahead of the curve a little bit on what we're thinking on this, but
No.
No.
I am a surgeon. Sorry, that's an us joke. That's not a DBR joke.
A discount bourbon review. All right, guys. Welcome in. Today we are going to be doing this Uncle Nearest 1856. Remember to always join us on the twitch.tv/livestream if you'd like to see us do all of these bottles here on the lineup. But we're going to focus in on this Uncle Nearest 1856.
Yep.
It was a gift from a fan, Mr. Dell. We have to give him some credit where credit's due.
Thank you, Mr. Dell. We
Well, he didn't-
appreciate you.
He didn't like it. He didn't like this bottle. 1856 premium whiskey, 100 proof. Mr. Eddie Butler signed it himself.
But if we're being honest,
No.
and it's nothing against Mr. Dell specifically, but
Well,
Mr.
Mr. Butler.
Dell wasn't a big fan of the Peerless either, which he also gave us,
Mhm.
which again, thank you. We're very thankful of. But we enjoyed the Peerless.
But yeah, check out that video. It's a fantastic bottle.
He said the
Nothing but love.
Yeah, he said the Peerless wasn't his favorite. He didn't like it, and he wanted us to see how we felt about it. And so, I mean, of course, thank you. We appreciate it. But now I've got high expectations for Uncle Nearest. The Peerless was fantastic. I was all over the Peerless. His nose is subtle, actually. He doesn't leave.
No.
I see how hard you're working for that.
Yeah, there's not much in there, honestly. It's a very flat note. I'm actually able to detect some of the other stuff we had in the glass before easier than I am this whiskey itself.
Oh, that one's bad. Oh, I gotta turn away from that one.
Every now and then, if you really get your nose in there too deep, we're liable to snort the whiskey up into our nose. It's not
just a little
the first time it's happened.
No. Oh my goodness gracious.
Let's get some love for DBR's Dylan's Perm right now.
Thank
its
you.
own special guest.
I'm loving the perm. I just got it done yesterday. He's not going to stick around for very long. But, you know, shout outs to Olivia. She really put in the work to do it. And honestly, I'm loving it. I really like the way it looks.
No, dude, the perm is coming out preem.
Yeah,
and it's for a loved one's birthday.
It
right?
is for a loved one's birthday. It's David's birthday today.
Today, the day of this stream.
Of course, he is out and about. He's not in town, so I'm not going to be able to see him today. But of course, happy birthday, Dad. We love you dearly. And that's why I did it. He had a perm back in the 80s, and I'm just a spitting image of my father. And I thought it would be very, very funny if I were to recreate a picture of him back from the 80s when he had his perm. And that was his present this morning. He got hit with that before and after, his picture and then my picture.
Yeah, I love that.
The happy birthday, I appreciate the beautiful face, the wonderful hair idea. And, you know, while we're here just talking about it, before we really start even get sipping, Dad, if you're watching, I love you. Happy birthday, and I appreciate everything you've ever done for us.
Big thanks to my dad, too.
Love you.
But Uncle Nearest, 1856, ain't nothing on the nose.
Nothing on the note, really. It's just straight ethanol. I don't get any oak or smoke, which we always talk about, that transition between oak and smoke between these guys. I'm not really getting either. Ethanol water.
Yeah.
You want to be honest? Ethanol water is what I'm getting off of him.
Dell, I'm starting to agree. Mr. Dell was the one that gifted this bottle.
Ooh. He's very tannin heavy. Leather, just a little bit of tobacco.
A lot of smoke.
A lot of smoke on the back end. That end palate, that smoke sticks around. He's still in my mouth.
Remarkably smooth and aged to perfection. This best-in-class whiskey honors Tennessee's premier master distiller and teacher Nearest Green. Known to his friends and family as Uncle Nearest, his whiskey was prized for its refined character resulting from the distinctive maple charcoal filtering process.
Okay.
He helped perfect it 160 years ago. And it's been awarded America's best whiskey, and the world's best. His legacy lives on in this very bottle.
Now here's the thing about the word smooth. You hear a lot of people say the word smooth. You read it on the back side of this bottle. We've even mentioned the name a couple of times in this video, Mr. BL, that we love. Oh, so dearly. We do love and appreciate you. He says when someone says smooth to describe a whiskey, that means it's bad.
Yeah.
And to have that thought process and then put that word on this bottle says a lot.
Smooth should already be a characteristic of a whiskey. It shouldn't be an advertising angle.
I actually really like that. That's a really good way to put it. It should just be a part of the whiskey. Your whiskey should be smooth and easy to drink. And it shouldn't be a characteristic to describe. It shouldn't be the compliment that you give people when you don't want to hurt someone's feelings when you're trying their favorite whiskey. You know what I mean? When you take a sip of it, this guy, you go, ooh, he's smooth. You don't want to be hit with that. I don't want none of that.
For the first time in DBR history, I think I'm going to spittoon this guy. I don't even think I want to finish the 1 ounce pour that we have here.
We are finishing him.
No, please don't water him down. Let me at least cut this in half.
No,
I want a smaller sample for that.
Fine. But you're keeping that for your
Yeah.
Okay, here.
Something
Pour
like that.
them up. Because here's the thing, there's plenty of whiskeys that I like neat, I don't like mixed. Plenty of whiskeys I know that I like mixed, that I don't like neat. Where's he going to stand?
You're right. And I got to bring myself back to that point of zen.
Yep.
And we got to give Uncle Nearest his fair chance when it comes to the mixed status.
Yep.
All right, let's
You know,
dive
some
in.
people even say, when we're talking about fair chances, we shouldn't even have these bottles on the table. That, I think, is ridiculous. But some people say that.
Coming back at it.
You really liking it?
Fair chances.
All right.
Let's see for yourself.
Hold on, close eyes. We're going to take the glasses off for this one.
bro, I love you to death, but you look like the next It superstar right now.
Let's go. That's actually fantastic.
Yeah, that's
mixed up. That's really
yeah,
good. Actually,
it strips away a lot of the bad
no,
characteristics,
he
and it
does.
leaves a lot of those stronger flavors for the 7-Up to express to you.
No, it really is. You get a lot of those leather tannins, that tobacco, but you're not really getting any of that harshness, sourness almost that I was getting just neat out of them. I think that's very good mixed, actually. I really like that. What proof are we looking at here? 100 proof for the Uncle Nearest. That's honestly mixed up with the 7-Up. That's passable. Mm-hmm. That's much more passable than just neat. Mm-hmm. I'll take that.
I agree with you on that. Well, that leaves one thing.
One thing and one thing only. Well, two things, but one thing for right now. Ooh, I like your little dash method. I like that. Kind of smooth. I don't know if the camera caught it. That was behind the bottle, but he's slick with it. That's what Josh won't tell you. Let's go for it. I've got high expectations, honestly. If it went well with the 7-Up, I have to imagine with the straight, old-fashioned black walnut syrup that we've got here, this is going to be pretty good. I mean, you gotta hope at least.
Let's hope. That black walnut syrup has been doing some
I'm gonna do
heavy leg work.
It's the only fair thing. Glasses off, covering the eyes. We're gonna go for it.
That's how you have an open mind, by covering your eyes.
You open that third eye right here, you know what I mean? I don't like that. I don't like that even a little bit.
Even a little bit?
Nope.
0? Ain't happening?
If it's the only thing available to drink, I'll drink it.
Because I feel like if we're to do a true scoreboard, a true floating scoreboard, you may see my beautiful work trying to do a floating scoreboard, but we've been like nose, taste, price, neat, mixed, whiskey bar drink. So like we got a couple tiers that we're going to have to start working through. I'm starting to see it in my head now.
We should really make like an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, somebody said that. Like, and if we can get a jump on it now, it'd be the better time to do it. We got a small little backlog, and we could just get a good Excel spreadsheet or something. You can start sorting by your favorite flavors and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Maybe we could pay someone like Indonesia on Fiverr.
That's an idea, to say the least.
That's an idea.
Yep. But while Josh was finishing up that old fashioned, nose on him, he's very much below average. I mean, it's not that he's offensive in any way. He doesn't offer up any bad smells, in my opinion. But there's almost nothing there. I mean, like we said earlier, ethanol water. I'm getting a lot of that burn in the nose, but that's it. I'm not getting any special notes, any of those red fruits, those spices, the tannins on the nose. It just doesn't exist. And so I can understand why. What was his name, Mr. Dell?
Yeah.
Mr. Dell. I can understand why, at the very least on the nose, he passed up on this. I can see Josh wasn't a very big fan of him either.
Hot.
Hot is a very good word to put on that one. Yes. Ooh, hit the table with my knee. But nose, he's going to sit below average for me. Honestly, he's not offensive, but he's not particularly good. He's definitely under the average whiskey. And so I'm going to put him at a 3 for the nose.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan. He's going to get one of the lower rankings I think I've seen on this channel. I've already moved him out of frame. I don't even care about him. He's bad.
Bad. Okay,
offensive.
So because you feel this way, let's go hit your list real down, and then I'll finish my nose.
On my last of the comments, I think the biggest thing is his mix status was his absolute best. But as far as nose, I think that he was poor. There was nothing really there at all. I could not detect anything within the whiskey itself. No defining characteristics. It had a pretty neutral smell, if not just ethanol.
Yeah.
The taste, all smoky, all ethanol, no flavor.
I mean, I agree. I mean, the taste, you just get those tannins. And that's really it. And it's really just up front. The second it hits mid-palate, which we've talked about many times on the channel, mid-palate's the shortest part of that transitionary phase.
As it's going out,
as it's going past that mid phase was probably the best part of the palate.
Exactly.
It starts to transition from that ethanol forward to a little bit of those tannins and a little bit. That's probably the best part, but it's the shortest part, and we just fly past it. flavor.
So I mean, I guess if you think about it, a whiskey like that, a whiskey that's great on that mid palate like that, where as you're finishing the sip, it's good. That's a real good one if you're trying to get crunk up.
Yep.
But if you're trying to sip, you're trying to enjoy the moment, it's definitely gonna score a little bit lower.
What's your number on it?
Taste. 4.
4
No,
on the taste?
actually 3.
Oh, he even brought it down another peg. That's crazy.
I do not care for it, and it's not something that I would ever buy.
Even considering
or
not just the old fashioned mix up that we've got, right? Not just considering this guy, but considering this guy that we both agreed was pretty good.
That's the redeeming factor.
That's what brings it up.
I believe we've given some pretty negative points to things like Ancient Age. If not, I'm going to go on record and give him my baseline 0. He's probably the worst whiskey. That's my 0. In comparative, this is starting to give like 3, and it's because of the mixed status with a simple soda that I think that it could work. If you're trying to get crunk and you're trying to do it with a little bit of a mixer, I think he can fit your bill. But if you're trying to taste anything, you're trying to feel anything, you're trying to do anything, he's just going to score low. So I think that brings my overall to like a 3, despite my price score. We got it for free. I don't even want to look up what the price is.
No, that's what I'm doing right now. If you can see me poking around behind a bottle over here, I'm looking up what the MSRP.
We get a little bit of ahead of each other sometimes.
We do, just a little bit.
It is. I just don't.
He doesn't want to look it up. I do want to look it up for a bottle that I'm not. Oh, I'm not going to show it.
Really? I saw it.
Okay. So we're gonna step away. I'm gonna take a step away from your points on the price. Smell. What did I say before? Did I give a number on it?
I don't know.
The editing scoreboard. Check the scoreboard. We're gonna blow past it. Taste, I'm going to give him a 4. I'm going to give him a step above Josh. I did like him with the 7-Up. I'm not going to do him with the old fashioned. I'm not going to drink him neat or even just on ice. But I could see myself going back at him. Maybe even, we've been talking about it, the sweet tea, the Dr. Pepper that I do on my own time personally at home. Mm-hmm. I could see myself going for a little nip of that just to see how it goes together, because I did like the 7-Up. That was very good.
I mean, that's just the constant, because as we all know, if it's good enough for Elmer T. Lee,
it's good enough for me.
By God.
That's the way it goes. But now the price, that's the kicker here. We were pushing. You saw it, so I know you know it. Mm-hmm. But for this bottle, the Kings County, that I'm going to move back over into frame because we're talking about price now. This bottle, MSRP, pushing $50.
47 MSRP. So you find a regional store, they're going to be selling to 50, 55.
That guy's $50.
$30 right here.
Message come up.
We got the Ancient Age right here is like a $10 bottle that would just absolutely fly it out of the water. Heck, even Buffalo Trace at a $30 price point is going to be a better buy than this 1856. It is just absolute trash at that $47 price point.
Yeah, that's bad.
I hate to be so negative. I mean, a lot of people in our comments will be like, you guys are so positive about these whiskeys. You give such high ratings. But, guys, I think we found the first one to be really negative about.
I don't know if we can say the first one, because we definitely didn't like the Ancient Age Preferred. But for getting into it, knowing what we were expecting, we knew going into the Ancient Age Preferred that we weren't going to like it. We had killed half the bottle before we'd even filmed the video. So we knew we weren't going to like it. This guy was new to us. And to be this disappointed... It's out there. It's kind of wild.
Again, a gift from Dell, because he didn't like them, and I absolutely agree.
I understand.
I understand you, Dell.
I very much appreciate you giving us the bottle. I don't want to take away from that in any way. I love trying new whiskeys and just being able to experience it. So I greatly appreciate it. We greatly appreciate it. But I think we agree with you. I think this one's on the trash list. I would probably also give this away to a couple of 20-year-olds who don't know a whole lot about whiskey.
It's pretty bad. Ooh. I think to close out the notes on it, I think I'm going to give my overall score at that 3. I think that it's nothing to be enjoyed. I think it's to be avoided. And I think that if you so happen to have someone buy you a shot of it, mix it up into some Sprite, some Dr. Pepper, or some tea.
Tell that bartender to bring you out a little cup of Dr. Pepper, a little cup of Sprite. You'll be having a wonderful time.
You agree with me on that 3, or?
I think I do.
Well, I think that only leaves one thing.
Drink responsibly. What was that message? Because I tried to pull it up and I didn't see it.
The dude's out here vibing and thriving from Maddie Matt.
Oh, that was Matt, man! Dude, Matt, I appreciate you. I love you, buddy. Thank you so much for coming by.
You know, if you're new to our live streams, we film our weekly content.
On Saturdays.
On Saturdays.
This is the day that we do it.
Then we share it with the people through live stream as well. So we interact with you guys during the breaks on those videos.
Yeah.
So again, thank you so much if you're still here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're still here, please ask questions while or what else are we doing?
This is on break time. I think we have we've got the one comment. We got the extra video, the Sunday video.
The Sunday video.
The different content, non-strict review video.
Gotcha.
We have a list of them. We just got to pick which one.
Well, the ones that I mean, realistically, list-wise, that we have is just the one. Let me pull it back up. Matt, if you're still here, give us an idea. I'll do a video for you.
That's right. I mean, it's kind of good to throw on him, but I mean, we got the 100 proof.
Honestly,
battle.
Matt, if you're here, I want you to come on by.
Yeah.
I would love to try some of these whiskeys with you and see how you feel about it. I know you're not the biggest drinker in the world, but that's specifically why I would love for you to come by and try some of these guys. I want to know what your palate looks like on these guys.
We would love to help you develop a palate, love to help you get there and figure out what stuff you like.
I mean, if that's part of it, that's really cool. But I just want to see how your palate, and this is me personally, not Josh. I want to see how your palate differs from mine. You know what I mean? Because all of these whiskeys, Lord knows, the Weller, the Stranahan's Blue, the OWA, even the Blade and Bow, honestly. We don't talk about it a whole lot, and we need to. The Blade and Bow is fantastic. I loved the Blade and Bow. These are all wonderful whiskeys. But if I were to talk to someone in public and they said they didn't like them, I'd say, I get it. I understand. It's not for everybody. You know what I mean? And I want to know what yours are, especially when we have such a collection like this. It just makes me curious. You know what I mean? Everyone's palate's a little bit different, especially talking to the guys that I talk to in the stores. We all have very, very different palates. And so that's the fun part for me, especially a buddy like you coming by and just saying, hi, I appreciate you. I love you, buddy. Put it back over there.
All right. Phone's hot.
Yeah. Let him sit for a while. Oh, he's toasty. He doesn't like that 4K recording. Honestly, Matt, I would love to see how you feel about the tater lineup. We don't have a whole lot when it comes to taters. I'm going to pull this guy back out. See, it's nice. Mr. O.W. E.H. Taylor. The Stranahan, no, not the Stranahan, he's not a tater. He's not even a bourbon. He's a whiskey. But the Blanton's here next to him. These guys, all of these guys. Even Buffalo Trace, he can go up here even if he's only $30. Oh, he's too tall for that shelf. That's funny. All these guys, absolutely wonderful. And I love these guys dearly. Every single one of these bottles, I would open up and just start slamming. If you ask me personally, which one I'm going for, I'll tell you straight up, it depends on the day. I have bottled Blanton's at home. He's still unsealed. I've been sitting on him for months. He's going to be a little special occasion drink for me, and I'm not even going to bring it up because he might watch. No. But I want to know how Matt feels about these. So Matt, if you're here, please let me know. I would love to have you come by and just try some of these guys.
We have to get him to the bottle share.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about the bottle share. I love Matt dearly, but he's not the biggest drinker in the world. I don't even know if he has any bottles on hand. You know what I mean?
I think you can have a couple people like that in a bottle share.
A couple people, that's fair, but how many people am I allowed to invite before it becomes more than a couple of people?
Hey, if we get an event center, it doesn't matter.
Event centers.
Hey, if we do an event center,
we can charge people to enter.
I was gonna say you bring the bottle, and that's one of the things we could charge people to enter, but also at the same time, that gentleman that works on those TV shows that we talked about with the filming experience, said you absolutely love to drop by and help us film it.
So that's great.
I gotta pee with those things.
You go pee. I'm just gonna keep talking about some of these bottles that I'm a really big fan of. Now this guy, don't like him even a little bit. Nah, you're still here. Bernheim, if you see him out and about, just don't grab him. He's not good. Didn't like him even a little bit. I really like weeded bourbons, but he's not a weeded bourbon. He is a wheat whiskey. I don't remember the exact percentage. You can pull up our YouTube video on it. I think it just went live not too long ago. But wheat whiskey specifically, it has this specific sourness about it that I'm not the biggest fan of in the world. I'm going to leave the frame empty for a second so I can minimize something on the screen over here. But the Bernheim I wasn't crazy about. I don't know if Bernheim's something I'm going to go for, but we all know that bourbons specifically are something that I really like, and we started this whole channel about, of course. I'm a big fan. Now this guy, it's not a bourbon, it's single malt whiskey, Stranahan's Blue Peak, and I love him to death. I think I even sent you a picture when I found my first bottle out and about, and it's just crazy. Hold on, I got a new. Which one is best for the money? I don't know, Gavin. That's a fucking question. Oh my goodness, best for the money? Gavin asked a wonderful question, Josh, and I want your fucking opinion on it.
Oh yeah?
Which one, at the very least, I'm going to narrow it down from what Gavin asked.
You know, hold on. I really want to appreciate Gavin not only being here, but being engaged.
No, absolutely. That's honestly sick as hell. I mean, I know you were going out and doing some stuff with family tonight, so the fact that you're on here asking questions and just talking with us, I love it.
We were going to be doing it either way, so we're really appreciative you could be here with us.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate it dearly.
Best for the money.
Best one. Which one is the best for the money, he said. I'm willing to bet I know your answer. Yeah.
Man, that's hard.
It's
on a
so
weekly
hard.
basis, how much you trying to spend is the real question.
Yep.
And for me, personally, how much am I trying to spend on a weekly basis? I don't mind. I don't mind that $40 and $50 price point tier.
I want to spend less, but I don't mind
I
it.
would like to spend less, and I'd like to have a couple bulk bottles less than that, especially. In some weeks, that means just buying two
Speaking of
$20,
bulk
$25.
bottles, where's the king of bulk bottles himself?
The king of bulk bottles himself.
Oh yeah, he's right here. What's up, buddy? This guy's the best for your money, in my opinion. $20, 1.75 liters. This one is only 86 proof, so I mean, a little bit less of the complex flavors. But if you're looking for price to drink, very old Barton's is almost unbeaten. That guy's $20 for the 1.75 mil.
I feel like if I were to give you 3 real answers, 3 strict answers.
Ooh, I get to give you 2 more after this?
I think that if you're talking about, actually, you know what? Honestly, I think I only need 2 to do it.
Okay.
I think if you're talking about the budget tier,
Okay.
I'm going to say not Bob 86.
Not the Bob, even though it's $7.50.
If-
Oh, okay, okay.
You can get it at availability. Bob 100. Yesterday, I had a very long day of physical labor before we came and did some other things in the evening. And I had a wonderful pour of Bob 100 that I just could not get past. It was fantastic. So I think if you could get Bob 100 in the same size as you could get Bob 86, you're still going to be under $30. And I think that it's a fantastic expression at that point for such a bulk size. Even this small bottle was 14. But
I'm gonna hit you with this.
supplemented
Oh, you knocked him over. Oh my God, Joshua.
10s. This is the liter, but the single size bottle, which we do not have right now at the moment.
750 milliliter.
20s.
Yep.
10s and 20s. These are the 2 important categories. 10s is real broke boy stuff. 20s is sufficeable for a week. And then just like, you got money? I'd drink them every day. At availability, I would have a sip every single night.
All right. I'm going to change my answer a little bit. I do agree with him. This guy's fucking amazing. I drink a little bit more of my Antique 107 than I would like to admit that I do. I'm going to go ahead and put them away because I'm going to
There's not enough availability for me on that.
There really isn't. So I'm going to slide these guys away, and I'm going to put up another bottle that also doesn't have that much availability. But if you can find this bottle at MSRP, I call me a tater. And Gavin, if you're still here, you don't know what a tater specifically is. But if you can find this bottle, MSRP, I 100% stand that this is the bottle to grab and get your hands on. And it's Bland's. 1,000%. Horsey
Really?
bottle all the way. I am crazy about the Blanton's bottle. Here's the thing, Gavin. I'll tell you about this. Josh, you may not know this one specifically, actually. I don't know if we talked about this, because it's not necessarily the story of Blanton's, but it is a story of a Blanton's. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
So, we all know the popular movie. We all know the popular actor, Keanu Reeves, right? What are some of his most popular movies?
John Wick.
Ooh, he got it first try. John Wick. Do you know what he drank in that movie?
Wait. Did he drink Blanton? John Wick?
Blanton's was John Wick's drink of choice.
Get your fucking napkin out right now.
All right.
Get your napkin.
Get your napkin out. Oh, actually, I only brought out 4, so we already killed them all.
Where's my roll of napkins? Oh, well. You know what? We're not doing a strict review. We're doing this loose and wild.
Ooh, loose and wild for the freaking stream. I'm about it. But MSRP, he's a little bit above that $40, $50 mark that Josh was talking about.
63 specifically.
Where we like to spend. 63 is what we spent in store.
At the distillery.
At the distillery. So that's what you're going to spend if you go get it from the supplier. You can find it in some stores, some very select stores, for just a little bit under that. So if you can find blends for that $55 to $65 mark, honest to God, that's the one to grab. Grab yourself a Blanton's. I've got myself a bottle of Blanton's at home. My bottle of Blanton's sits at home sealed right now. I've got a very special plan for my Blanton's. You can call me a tater because I have a plan for my Blanton's, and I'm very excited about my Blanton's. My Blanton's goes a long way. It's special. The original single barrel bourbon. Be real. It's butterscotch, Gavin. There's nothing. Think about that black heart that you like to drink. Right now, I know I'm talking directly to you. I'm not talking to the stream or anyone else that might come across this video. Think about your black heart that you love. This guy blows black heart so far out of the water. I'm going to hit you with a completely different reference that you're not going to get from it, but it's like he got hit with a buggy ball. It's not, it's just completely different level. Look at Josh. He's over here having a religious experience because he took a sip. Dude, we've got 3 bottles between the 3 of us. Yeah, I agree that you ought to try this. Honestly, you said you were coming over tomorrow to have some tacos. You're going to have a sip of this tomorrow.
Coming by the studio tomorrow, that's right.
You're going to have a sip of this tomorrow because
we got to work him up. We got to define the palate.
Oh, we're starting him with the preferred. That's 0 questions asked.
Yeah, just because you're such a good subscriber, you're such a good follower on Twitch, we're going to have you over at the set tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to try the syrup too. You're going to try the black walnut old-fashioned syrup as well. But I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to find you what I believe to be the best bourbon to try with the black walnut. Do we sin? Do we sin and try a little bit Blanton's with the black walnut? Some people online might refer to that as an outright egregious sin.
That would be like a good clickbait pour.
Yeah, it would be.
It's not quite the Pappies and
No.
Dr. Pepper with strawberry cream.
Oh my god, I can't believe that one. I don't know who posted that, but whoever posted Pappies with Dr. Pepper, strawberries, and cream, we're not friends. I don't
Nick
like
Francher.
it. Gavin says do it.
I'll bleep that one.
Gavin says do it. Gavin wants us to try the Blantons with the Elijah Craig Black Walnut.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Check it out then.
You'll have to wait till tomorrow, Gavin, but that's okay.
All right. We got one more thing to do.
What do you want to do?
Done. Gotta do a...
what if we do a cask strength? We did 100 proof, right? So what if we did
strength
cask
battle.
strength battle? You know what I mean? We've got the Maker's Mark cask strength.
Dylan's trying to get silly.
We've got the Larceny barrel strength. What else do we have that's barrel strength?
Cast strength stuff. We got the Gunners, but we haven't cracked them
We
yet.
haven't done the Gunner, so I don't want to crack him just for that.
Anything single barrel should be, right? Something like that.
Necessarily. What if we did him?
Bobby's got all the...
Well, okay. So hold on. Let's take it back then.
We need at least 3 Well, then we'd have to crack the gunners.
Yeah. So let's pull away from.
Or we have to crack my Alliance show, which I haven't done yet either. Damn. I do have a couple of them, but
yeah, I don't think there's a reason to crack the Elijah right now. What if we do? I don't necessarily want to do another 100 proof battle just yet. I think another 100 proof battle is a really good idea, but maybe a little later down the line.
I agree with you. Just because we have all the stuff to do it.
Yeah.
That's
And what if we do that blind short that we were talking about, where one of us gets blindfolded and we do the blending?
Not for the stream. I made some promises. I need to go let some dogs out while some people are at some football games today.
Okay.
We could go grab a small sample of Eagle Rare, and we could do the Buffalo Trace lineup.
Let's fucking go. Alright, this stream's gonna end a little early, but we'll be live again in
Yeah, we'll be
like
live again
30,
in
40
like 30,
minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna.
No, that's a really good idea, Josh. I really like that one. Thanks, BL. I love you, buddy.
Ooh. Yeah. All right. Let's put everything up real quick.
Yeah.
Answer any last questions from chat.
I don't know if there's
Put up
any
a boy butt candle.
last questions, but Gavin, I really appreciate your idea. We will do that tomorrow. And again, man, you've been in here just chatting it up. And I really appreciate it. I love to see it. It means the world, not just to me, but to the both of us. Who's in
Yeah.
the game right now. It's
And if you
really
ever-
awesome. And Matt as well. I know you only came in here and did the. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you could hang out as well, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Exactly that.
Dear friend, and I appreciate you. I look forward to tomorrow. But like I said, we'll be back in like 30, 40 minutes. Probably for a much, much shorter
stream, a 10, 15-minute one. Yeah.
But we're gonna go grab some stuff from a good friend named BL.
Although for the YouTube viewers, it's just going to be a quick second. Maybe I could try doing one of these. Ready? 3, 2, 1.